the definition of real rapping. And I ain't talking about the booth, I mean the brown package. Cause you're off with the man that's full of burning rage. I'll make the younger be the star, no burning cake.
You know, we've gone back to America, so we're living in Brooklyn, in Brownsville, but we're 21.
I turned 21 there.
You turned 21 there?
Yeah, that's my
then.
21st birthday. I remember it was the first time I got drunk, but I was standing at the bar, but I was like leaning.
Yeah, so I just turned 22, Mega just turned 21.
You're 21?
Yeah.
First time I got wasted.
Yeah. So we're over there heavy. We're running around Kanye. We're basically his artists at the time.
Oh, so you didn't go through it?
No, so we're just following him from place to place. He's put the Clips CD on the table and he said, "This is what we're up against." Basically, for running the Clips, I'm with you two and all that. He's taking us, introducing us to everyone except Dame and Jay and them. He didn't introduce us to him. Like,
he took us to a meeting for Q-Tip's sister, who was A&R for Def Jam.
Def Jam, yeah. He took us to Def Jam. Consequence was there as well. So it's like us and Consequence.
Yeah.
So we was there when he met John Legend and all that type of shit.
When John Legend
so we're with him for that summer. So when we're watching the documentary, it's funny because we're
crazy.
on the other side
flashbacks.
of it. Yeah. So he comes to baseline to listen to a track that's laid by the Diplomats, and it's the first time man's heard On Cast on the Diplomat Immunity one intro.
Yeah.
So man's come out the building and then man pulled up looking like the Haymar video with the trucks and whatnot. So man's dropping it up with Cam and I said to Chihuahuas, remember I met you, whatever.
Was they have the big earrings them times? And
all that, the bandana shit and all that.
Mad fly and that, innit?
The what was it, Escalade pickup truck?
Yeah.
Did you guys remember you?
I don't think so. You just high. You was with some chick anyway. So, Jim was chatting to man. Like Jim was more inquisitive. Like, right, how come you man repping like this and you're from London? Like he was more. And then Cam was like, whatever you man need.
Holla at us. You can tell that he kind of, because Cam's kind of like, if you're not part of the movement or set or fam or whatever, he doesn't really reach out or say anything like that. So I think when he seen us, he just got a vibe from the man them. So he kind of was like, whatever you need, you fucking with like that kind of.
So we come back to England. We're doing negotiations with Kanye. It's a reasonable deal and all that. We're just trying to cover our back end and whatever. He gets into the accident. After the accident, the communication kind of slows down, but then his career propels. So now he's too busy focusing on his own career. Yeah. But around that same time, the Diplomats are coming to England because Haymar's got number 2 on the pop chart over here. Yeah. So when they've come over here, we found out where they're going to be. We've gone there, linked them. They didn't remember us at first, and then they remembered, man, and said, "Oh, bro, you were still with Kanye?" It was like, "No, we're not with Kanye anymore." So now Jim's like, take this number, whatever, come link us.
He showed interest from before, and it kind of like,
so where Jim shouted us the next day, we've gone to link them, gone to Top of the Pops with them at the time. Come back to the hotel.
Back to the telly, and then
Meg's running down the story to us.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, man, you fly, man," because I got the Fendi trench coat with the matching bucket hat. You know what I mean? The partners on, man's looking drippy. So then they're like, "Oh yeah, you fly. Can you rap though? I'm like, "Can we rap? Like what?" Man's got some mad bars. He's like, they're like, "Oh shit." So we got the G5 and what is it? The G4. What's it called? The Mac. The at Mac the time. It's a G4 or G5. What was it called? That's
the Mac they used to record. What was the Mac?
I think it was a G5 or G4. One of them.
They used to record in the hotel room, so we've used the sheets over
So man did like 3 tunes that day. So there was one space where JR had a verse, and then we jumped on the one with JR, and then we did 2 of our own ones.
Them tunes are out on they got.
No. One of them made Streets or Salute, which is where I'm from.
No, that's Who Dares Wins.
No, Who Dares Wins, but I swear it's on Streets or Salute as well.
No, where I'm from.
Where I'm from is not on that. It's on Who Dares Wins. Where I'm from, that's the only one that made it.
Is that on YouTube? I can put a link out.
Yeah, that'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, that's on YouTube.
Yeah, Jim at the beginning. Yeah, what we have here is SAS Diplomats. And we're like,
I remember we was saying
So after that,
but Cam's come downstairs and then heard the tunes and said, "Yeah, these guys are hard. Do more," and then gone back upstairs. So, but by the time they've left,
how many tunes you done?
Like
3.
3, like a few hours.
They've got Purple from over here, coming in jet. You know the ones that man blazed out, asking Jim mad questions about Uptown and Alpo and Rich and all these man and how you feel about this and that and that. You know what I'm saying? And when he's leaving, it's like, you man are diplomats now. So man's calling them from time to time, rapping over the phone. They're in the car like, "Yo, my London guys are nice and that," but nothing's really happening.
Was that the first time they came over though?
Yeah, that's the first time they came over. Yeah.
So how many times have they come over?
Well, they never. All 3 of them never came over again since. So it was them 3. Jim's never come.
Yeah.
So it was them 3 at the time. Then the next time that someone came, it was Cam.
Okay.
So Cam came when Dame had his European run, when he had like Nicole Ray and my man? The
Nicole
singer,
Ray,
the
okay,
singer?
yeah.
The other singer.
Alan something.
I can't remember his name, but So Cam came that time. Then the next time it was when Jewels came and the whole massive.
Okay, so they've come. That would make it 3 times. So the
Well,
first time
was the whole three
when
of
there was
them.
all of them.
The next
and
time was Cam.
Cam came on his own, and then that's obviously when whatever happened the third time. What you know what I'm
that
saying?
was nothing to do with that. So when Cam came the last time, that hadn't been in place yet. So that
Okay.
whole thing where the whole show thing and
So
all
what?
that stuff,
No,
that happened after.
see, for
me.
that to happen, yeah. What did they do before?
So basically, there was promoters who hollered at them to do a show, but this is after Cam had come the second time.
Okay.
And then they kind of hollered at them directly to get them to come and perform, and then they ended up, I don't know, taking the retainer,
Taking the
not
peas
coming
and just
through.
cutting, innit?
And then that was it. And then that's so the next time when Jewels came,
Yeah.
around
But you see,
2008.
but you lots don't. You lots are oblivious to this. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
we
of
have
it. Of
nothing
course,
to do
you're
with it
oblivious.
because we're not even on the lineup. So at the end of the
See,
day,
Joel,
it's like
he's
a show.
oblivious to it as well.
Nah, he acts like he's oblivious to it, but we're
I
not
think
sure.
he kinda is.
We're not quite sure.
I think
also.
he kinda is.
See, so
I think he might have been
Dave
still.
never signed you
Huh?
Dave never signed you.
No, this is what's happened. So Dame's we're diplomats. So
Yeah,
but we know what that carries. That carries with us having to go back to America and just get our shit popping.
Yeah,
So where Dame's coming over here and he's doing the Victoria and
yeah.
all that type of modelling type things with Rockaway and all that, and he's getting his name out there. And then suddenly he says, "Oh, I need a UK artist just to balance it out."
Yeah. I get
Because
that.
even we was looking at him with the one eye, like, "Oh, you come to England, you're the streets, like, come break bread with someone in the streets, as well as do the mainstream pop
thing,
type stuff as
we
well."
understand, yeah.
So as soon as he said that, bro, we're ready. But this time, man know the play. So we've gone out there. There's other men out there. He's come out there with a camera. We've got Choke No Joke at the time. We've just gone straight to Choke No Joke's camera and just start blacking out on the camera. Dame's watching like this. Which one's your CD? He's put our CD on the top because there's a few men out there. And then Meg's gone to him, "Yeah, we know Jimmy." And he's like, "All right, cool, everyone knows Jimmy." I was like, "Yo, we're in London, like this guy." You know what I'm saying?
No one knows him.
You see what I'm saying? Like that didn't work. So he leaves, and then we get that phone call. I'm in Stokey one day, and at Bronze and Black's house. And phone rings, and it's Jim. And Jim's like, "Yo, did you run into Dame when he was in London?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "All right, cool. Hold on 1 second. I'm about to do this deal." I was like, "What? What's he talking about?" Calls the secretary. Secretary's like, "Dame's in the meeting," and call back, and he's like, "No, it's about the group he wants to sign from London." And she starts, oh, okay. That's when I start thinking, "Wow, what's going on?"
Like they've been talking.
Yeah, like everyone knows something that we don't know.
They've been talking. Like,
So then comes on the phones, and he's talking like it's all done already. From he comes on the phone. "Yeah, when you're down with us," and blah, blah, blah. I was like, what happened? I was so confused. Do you see what I'm saying? Because we didn't hear nothing back since. And then he said he'd be over there in 2 weeks. So he's come back over here, and then before he's even linked us, before he's even got correct what the name of the group is or whatever, he just saw us on the footage, ran it by a couple men, realised, no, this I've got some shit here, and then just jumped on the radio and said he's signing MAYHEM. That's it. He didn't even know, like, he's not even sure, like, what's the group name.
Oh,
or nothing.
see,
He's just seen the imagery. He's seen the imagery.
He didn't know
He's
that's one person, bro. So he just called the group MAYHEM. Safe. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And then there's man popping up on the internet as well, because the internet's fresh at this time. Like, yeah, our group's MAYHEM. He signed us. Doing all that type of shit. You see what I'm saying? So,
clickbait.
his secretary's hit me. I'm like, he has to know that. Yeah, it's Mega and MAYHEM, and we're like,
Yeah.
Explain
it to
our
him.
bad,
Sorry,
whatever,
my bad.
just whatever. And then she's called me like 3 times that day. Said, "Yeah, he just wants to know he's at this building. He's talking good about you, man. He just wants to know he's over here and he's talking about." And I think this is mad. The secretary just called me, like, you know what I mean? And she's like, "Yeah, he wants to know if you could come meet him later on that night." So we're gone meet him, Bronze and Black. Gone to go meet them in a hotel. Got to the door. They're taking like 3 minutes to open the door for suspense and all that. But by this time, man's so used to
All of this.
being about. So okay, whenever when you're ready.
I was just looking at it like, man, I don't know how long this is gonna last. If it's real, whatever. So any free shit, free liquor, free clothes, free Air Force. Yeah, I'll have it all.
Man swiping everything. So they've opened the door. Even though you're prepared, it's mad. They're wearing white t-shirts. The man just look like they jumped. Because Dame Dash and like and Biggs and Hoff and these like it's different.
It's like upper echelon.
Man's
like,
watching
they're moving
backstage.
differently.
Yeah.
Man's watching backstage with the youths rapping for Dame, and man's saying like, if that was me, I'm getting a record deal.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not running into him. That's the type of belief we had. We got to a point where we thought we were running into a certain man. We're getting
We're loaded.
it.
We're fully loaded.
Just automatic. We had no doubt about it. So we've come in there. He's looked us up and down. Then we've clocked the Air Force Ones and the clothes and the Rockaware on the side. And he's looking us up and down like, okay,
like
Pradas, okay, VC and shit, all right. Prada coat, all right, man, all right, yeah, it's flying niggas.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, cool. We've already taken that as, you thought you was doing some whatever.
Yeah.
So what
Doing
type of
us a
situation
favour.
was you
Looking to
was you
offer us.
thinking?
Yeah.
To
Was you
offer us,
thinking?
like,
You thinking? No, is it thinking like, we're gonna get with man in England? We'll get with the best of England, but it will still be second rate to what we're doing, and then why? He didn't understand.
He didn't
didn't
realize.
understand
But when we linked up, we was like, I got to a point where we was out, we was in the spots, 10 rooms, this place, this rave. I remember there was mid rave, and I was just like, damn man, like I'm trying to get to this bag, bro. Like I wanna, like let's get active. We're trying to work. Like all this, it's not my life. It's not what I'm here for the work, man. We need to be out in NY. Like, can you bring us over there? And so from then it was a different conversation. So that's how we kind of patterned being over there for the Rockaware photo shoot, and then we end up doing the songs. We end up doing like 15 songs in like 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days.
Yeah, so we just end up cooking up mad shit, like, and then bare different people come to our session, like Swiss Beats, Mark Ronson, Jim come through, Cam, like it was crazy.
You got signed to Rockefeller, innit?
We didn't get signed as in like paperwork.
It
wasn't paperwork, but they gave us money. They gave us money, and but without no contract. And they opened up a budget for us to record, to send food there. You want any like what? Do you want some government issue that come with a briefcase? Like man was smoking that good. Them times that I smoked, so man would just go super sane, bro. Man go in the booth and go crazy.
Yeah, just go crazy course.
It was literally like everything was just lined up. So yeah, so.
But you didn't even tell him I was in university. So he says, "Oh, you guys gonna be ready next week?" I was like, "Next week from what?" He's like, "Come to NY." I was like, "I got exams." He looked at me with exams. Yeah. He didn't say nothing again. If it wasn't for Bronze checking the airport, we wouldn't even know the tickets were there, business class and all that, bro. He didn't even. That's what he said to me. Exams. Like,
Exams.
what?
Like, what are you talking about? Safe, man. Come on.
Like, what are
Get
these
on the
words?
So yeah, man dropped out and
He just dropped out.
Man doing a Kanye boy, college dropout.
for Rockaware billboards.
What did you study?
Business.
Okay.
I was getting into marketing at the time, and I think I did a presentation and did Rockaware or some shit like that. And then the week after, they tell him, so he's gone out to fly out for a Rockaware shoot.
Man really came and turned man's life upside down, boy. He was like, yeah. Man literally met him. Next day, man's on TRL. That's why when you hear Top of the Globe, I'm like, when we signed, you got to see ourselves. Met Dame. Next day, we on TRL. That was facts. Literally, the next day, man's on TRL. Remember?
Yeah, so it was moving fast. But to us, we just wanted to get to the grind. We wanted to get back to where the Dips were, wherever they was at, because we knew they was in the studio 24/7. We just wanted to build our own.
Yeah, even when we got back, when we went back over there, we was over there around 2004, was it? Yeah, 2004. That summer, we were staying in like a split level trophy duplex. Like, so it was opposite from Quentin Tarantino and the Olsen twins, and we're staying in a massive big loft, whatever. When we're like, fuck this Tribeca shit, we're gonna leave here and we're gonna go stay with Jewels.
What's
where he's
Tribeca,
at.
bro?
Tribeca's like a part of New York.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like
it's
like
like
free.
the free. Is it? Was it
Plush.
It's plush down there.
Yeah, it's different. It's different level. Old money, different levels.
Okay.
Like ceiling so high, like you need like probably at 50 feet to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Next level shit. Like the phone would ring and I wouldn't even want to go and give it to him if it was for him. I'd be like, oh, please not be for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Because the room's that far away.
Yeah, it's
so
crazy.
far,
The echo, like sound like a fucking like the size of a football pitch. Stupid. So we was there. We was like, fuck all this. We're gonna go stay with Jewels. And in them times there, he was only staying in like a little 2-bedroom apartment in Jersey. Yeah. But we was just like, we're getting to where the work is. Like, let's get,
bars,
like where
everything,
it was, where it's like creative. You know what I mean? We weren't even caught up on that because we was like, this is far from man's lifestyle or life. I didn't care.
Who was better out of you two?
He was.
What?
See that
Well,
at the
rapping.
time, yeah.
May
He was
was.
crafting like
Nah.
I would say May was better as in like that's what people was like.
See, you're both punchline. See,
Yeah.
to me, obviously,
Yeah.
there's flow, there's cadence, there's bare
Yeah.
stuff that you.
I would say he was. I would say he was.
I'm watching. Me personally, I'm looking for punchlines because I know that's what you're gonna give me.
Punchlines mega.
Oh, punchline.
Punchlines mega.
I like how you went through it. That's how you're supposed to do.
Yeah, no, we're not saying rehearse.
no,
I actually
punchline
think he was.
At,
Like,
at that time, I
Yeah.
had formulated, I don't know, my voice and I
Yeah.
learned
Yeah, my
how to
cadence,
control
my
cadences
delivery-
and
my
stuff,
delivery got better
and my
over the
pockets
years.
as well. Just pockets I sit in,
Yeah.
and the way I drag out my flow.
Because I remember even Cam saw us in like 2007. Around that time, we went to his yard and we brought Ransom through there one time or whatever. But around them times there,
That's 08.
that was 07. I
08.
swear. 08?
Mhm.
Oh, 08, yeah. So he was like, you're fucking nice now. Oh, before May was better than you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he just kept it real, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Ransom, I remember Ransom.
yeah, Ransom, yeah. Desert Storm used to be with Clue and
You
them.
did some stuff with
So
him.
we did some stuff with him.
He's
We,
got
and
that
then we
classic
brought him
song,
through to
innit?
Cam's studio or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Stack Bundles, all of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
was
Stat
alright.
Bundles was our guy, man. Rest in peace. Yeah,
He's
legend.
far Rockaway what you were talking
Far
about.
Rockaway, exactly.
But he was
Chinks
running,
as well.
he was
Chinks
running
was our
around.
guy.
He was running
Yeah.
around with Jim at the time
Yeah.
when we was around him.
So what's your writing process like?
Oh, it's
You know what I'm
changed.
saying?
Over the
Obviously,
years,
you
it's
need to-
changed.
you
So
know what
now
I'm
I cook up. I go to the lab, hear something, and just like zone.
Yeah.
Like the last time I went to the lab, I did it different. Like I kind of just went on the mic and listened to the beat and was like, da, 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 and like kind of did sounds. So
Yeah.
I did sounds of what it would
Okay,
sound
yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
flow.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, that's a different.
I'm
That's
gonna.
a totally different.
I've never
process.
created like that in that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But then
no.
I did it like that, and then I was like, oh wait, okay, cool. Now I need to match words that
That
match
goes
the
with that
sound.
flow
of-
because the flows.
That is a sick way to create.
Yeah. You see, what's one of Tion Wayne? There's
Okay, he does that. I
One,
think
he does that a lot, and
yeah.
he's got one song that the demo got sent out, but it's
Oh,
no
okay.
See,
lyrics. You
yeah, no
can't,
lyrics,
you can't
yeah.
teeth none of these lyrics, brother.
Yeah, I heard
All
that.
you're gonna hear is them.
Yeah.
He makes the sounds of what he, where is
Yeah.
he, and then he puts
I
the
never
words there.
usually create. I never usually create like that, but
I rap when I'm writing for songs for people. I do that as well. Get melody first.
melody
Get the
first.
sound,
Yeah. But I've never done it verse wise. With choruses, I'd probably do it.
Yeah.
But like I did, but it was just off the cuff because I was in the
Yeah.
lab. I was like, oh, you know what? My man's rolling. It's studio sessions there. I might as well just cook up. But
Yeah.
my usual process would be like, hear the beat, zone out, kind of.
Oh,
like
how you
come
doing
with-
it at the studio or at home?
No,
See, like
nowadays
me,
I
I need
cook
to
up
do
at-
homework.
No, so I
Can you
used to-
write bars in the room with your brother there, listening to the same beat? You know,
Oh
like
yeah. Nowadays, I'm like, I'm.
are you saying the lyrics in your head? Are you know the ones? Because
Yeah, it's in my
no,
head.
yeah.
In my head.
If it really, when we're in the groove, we don't write.
So, yeah, the only reason I write it
Yeah.
down or store something in my notes is because I'm not going to be able to record it that day. So it's only because I think my memory might lapse and I might not remember it. But as far as like cooking up, it's in the head. Like
Yeah.
I've even cooked up
Yeah, you
bars.
gotta come up with this.
I've
shit,
even
innit?
come up with some of my maddest bars. I'm on the phone with someone and the beat's playing in the background. I'm just going pacing up and down.
yeah.
Like usually I'll be walking up and down. I like movement, so
Yeah.
and then I'll just zone and then
Yeah.
shit will just come to me.
Yeah.
But I like it flying into my head and not me trying to cook.
Yeah.
That's
When
how I
you're
like to feel.
overthinking,
Yeah,
See, when
I like
I
that.
overthink, you know what happens? I don't even write no bars because
Yeah.
I can't get past the first line
Yeah.
because I want the first line to be so
It's
perfect.
overthinking and then it's not. It doesn't really come out.
I want
sick.
it to be so perfect that I'm trying to spend like 2 days on one line.
Nah,
when you see
it's-
when it's just like, nah, I'm
It's
high.
gotta be effortless.
The beat's playing. It's like, hold on, I come up with some mad shit, and
Yeah.
then you just flow. Everything
Yeah.
else is sick after.
Most of my bars I've cooked them sober, but then I'll deliver it kind of waved. Or there's times I've delivered it waved, and I've come back and I'm like, oh, I'm slurring. That's dead.
Slurring, yeah.
But then I need to come back and then retouch it. So it depends. All different kind of ways, to be fair.
Yeah.
But when I'm inspired,
Yeah,
I'm
but
inspired.
usually-
It kind of
yeah,
hits.
usually
man.
off the head. And like, it's better when I'm moving around. Like if I'm walking in a circle or doing dishes or something. If I'm just doing something mundane.
Yeah. What?
At
So
the same time.
what? Just sitting there saying I need to write bars. You're probably not going to come.
Sometimes,
is that what you're saying? Or
Sometimes,
is
but
it like
sometimes
I'm
if I
doing
really get
other
into
shit?
it, I'll notice I'll be walking around in the dark, like in a circle or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Music has a mad effect.
Yeah.
Creative.
A mad effect.
Yeah.
See the right beat.
I'm gonna put this
I could
jewel
be
out
in a
there because
trance.
I don't even believe in just keeping my own little secret techniques. But like, there's a thing called binaural beats in it. Like, and if
Okay.
you listen to that for creativity,
What is it?
it does the next thing.
What
I
is
listen to that. It's like two
My cousin's
isotonic
always
tones.
talking about that, yeah.
Like I don't know if I'm saying it right, but like they basically they don't really go together. But the both of them together shock your brain matter into doing whatever it's for. Whether it's for relieving stress, whether it's for focus, whether it's for creativity. There's all different things for it. But I
Okay.
discovered that thing first time I heard it. Yeah, I'm in the gym. Yeah, and then I'm like that. And my jaw just locks and May's like, what's wrong with you? And I go, bruv, listen to this.
Oh, you
I'm
had it in your
waiting.
earphones,
Yeah,
obviously.
that's the first time I heard it. I was like, nah, this shit's fucked. And then I was in my yard, yeah, I'm listening to it. And then
your
I just
jaw
go,
just locked
and then you know, like the end of a rave when everything's off and then just go, and
you
you're
hear
looking
the
like this. I'm just looking like this, like,
Yeah.
like I'm just
Looking
like, this shit is mad. So since I started fucking with that, I started getting on some next shit. I noticed
sounds
sound therapy, innit?
yeah, it's like sound therapy.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
sound baths and all that
Sound
kind of
bath,
shit.
all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
His jaw went crazy.
It went crazy, but I had that crack.
Thinking,
I
what's
had
wrong
that
with him?
crackhead
And
sweet,
he had to workout or something.
man, the dizzle jaw, man.
What's wrong with him,
Man, looked like I was in a house rave, cuz cutting shades.
Do you not think, because I don't feel like the UK supported, like, I feel like you lot's story was so everybody's dream,
Yeah.
that no one supported you as they should have, like,
At the time, I felt like that as well.
Yeah.
No, you know what?
No one
you
really
know
says
what?
that.
You know what?
The
it made
industry,
it,
anyway.
The industry didn't. It made. That's what made it feel like
but
that.
at the same time, because you got to remember, even all of us doing music at the time, whether we're old enough to have an honest conversation, innit? And we're always around enough people.
Yeah.
You know, like, no one didn't know your history as well. So
No one knew,
what's beautiful about it?
It seemed
when
fabricated.
you're hearing that when he was already in America,
Yeah.
that stuff, like, it really brings the story alive.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But it's like everyone just heard these guys went to Westwood when Dame Dash was there.
Yeah,
They didn't know that you already
they
met
was,
you. They don't know.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Boom, he took their CD.
There wasn't enough platforms. There wasn't enough
They made it
platforms.
sound like just a lucky day.
Yeah.
And these guys, and we were like, oh, but they're like the two of the guys from Eurogang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you see, after that,
So-
you know what it even led on to? It made us think that when Jewels and that, and remember the chain and all that, like the real Jim Jones and all that shit, it made us. Well, I can't speak for everyone, but you see, like for my like set or whatever, how we was looking at it was like, you know what I'm saying? You know, like it's like you lots have brought these guys over, and then the Englishmans have just like either hated or just said, "Oh fuck that," you know them ones. Who are these? Do you know what I'm saying? In it, like,
Always want to prove that.
like that we're
We're
harder.
modern.
But
Yeah.
then
You
when
know
you
what
do
I'm
the
saying?
backstory, you find out, these guys have done some skullduggery.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
They done skullduggery, not even necessarily Jewels, but before
Yeah.
skullduggery was done. So the man them's only coming back on, like, that didn't even it could have been anyone.
It could be anywhere.
It could have been anyone from England,
Yeah.
from London, trying to
Well, when it
protect
happened.
them or
Yeah.
be with them,
Yeah.
and it would have been the same
Yeah,
backlash.
it would have been
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
It was nothing to do with us.
It would have been the
It was
same
nothing to do with us 'cause
backlash.
we got nothing
It's
to do with
nothing
it.
to do with you lots.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
at the
yeah.
time, it might have looked like, oh shit, you lot sprang
I
some
wanna get into
Americans.
that.
No, that's what it was. That's what man was
You
saying.
lot sprang some Americans over.
Oh,
to
yeah.
check- yeah,
Before
to-
you get into that,
to finesse, man.
Go on.
Yeah.
Do your thing, brother.
And also, you see when
What I-
people say,
what I
sorry
wanted
to
say,
yeah, go
we're
on.
gonna get into that. I
Yeah.
want to get into that properly, innit? But I was just saying, you see, in terms of let's just talk in general. I know from looking backwards and
Yeah.
what you lot was getting was too much for everybody.
Yeah.
Like we're not really a country that knows how to be happy.
How do you mean
for each
getting?
other.
Yeah.
Like we was watching.
Getting the looks we were getting.
ratings,
right,
innit?
yeah.
Yeah, we make our own story up, innit?
Roccafella, as far as we're concerned, they signed to Roccafella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They stayed at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
They're affiliated with the Dipset.
Yeah, it's like, what is it? Always them. It's always them.
Yeah, man's
It's
got
just the
tunes
fact
with
that
J.R. Writer
this
and all that
is the
cuz, like,
people that
this
we're
is big
listening
shit.
to,
Yeah.
These man are with them, and then boom, state property movie. That's what I was gonna ask them
Yeah.
about as well. Like,
Yeah.
what was that?
Yeah.
You know, like what was that?
That was
even?
mad, yeah.
What was?
Well, Dame just asked us
What do they do? What they know for doing?
what they know for
London.
doing in
Yeah.
crime
It was like
wise.
bootings.
And we was like, yeah, man getting naptured. And it was like, okay, we're going to act out a scene like that. We just popped out on the Portobello Road. And the maddest thing is, the real police come. Because they seen us put someone in the trunk, so they pulled up on us.
And is that what they
Like
No,
real
it's
police,
just a
and they saw
movie,
the
it's
fake
just a movie,
police,
it's
and
a
then
West.
it's like
Did they put
that.
that in the movie?
No. They had the fake police officer come over there.
Okay,
So when the
yeah.
real police come, and it was like, looking like,
Fake
what's the
police
guy
came
all right
over
in the
to-
trunk? And all that. The guy to open the trunk, showing me, yeah,
No,
man,
that's
so it's all
it's a
right.
movie.
But the
fam.
mad thing is, like, when people think like overnight success or when it looks like that, trust me, there's been years in the making
No, of
process.
course,
No
of
one
course.
gets an easy ride, and the people that usually do, easy come, easy go.
Yeah.
They don't stay long.
But I feel like Europe supported you, though.
Yeah.
Like in terms of.
Well, if you say
as
Euro
them.
gang, innit?
Yeah, but Europe supported them. But even just as SAS, that Europe would supported them as their own more
Yeah.
than the UK did. I feel personally.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I think you know what it was. We got a lot of pushback from the industry. So
Yeah.
Dame really was trying to build a record company over here called Planet Rock
Yeah.
through Mercury, Def Jam type of thing.
Okay.
So he was trying to do that, sign us through there, and then sign other UK artists. But he got a lot of pushback from it. Plus, he was going at Simon Cowell with the whole I can make a better single.
It's that
With,
who's beefing
uh,
I can
with
make a
Spice.
better
It's
single.
Posh Spice.
Man
for
come
thing.
to
Remember they had
UK
that
and started
war,
beefing them,
and
man.
then his single
Victoria's-
did better.
Victoria Beckham,
You see
man.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And then we didn't turn up for our first press conference because we really weren't signed, so the man wasn't really trying to be out there in the papers like
And
that.
then
So
was like,
the media and that just span it.
when you haven't got a publicist, they can just spin it. They can spin.
We
the
wasn't paying
narrative
PR to spin our narrative and
have a way it
whatever.
comes,
So from the industry standpoint, look like, but on the streets, bro, we couldn't even beef with man. We'd get into certain things, man. Realize it was us and it was all love. You know, no one's there. So. From the roads.
I wasn't talking the road style.
Yeah,
I was more talking musical. You know,
Yeah,
like,
music, industry.
No, the
Industry definitely tried to shun us.
Yeah, what you lot did was
100%.
like, you know what I'm saying? Then you was with the rubbing shoulders with these people, footage with them. Like, give your story. Look at your story. Kanye and Nicki Minaj. You didn't get into how you done the track with Nicki. He probably was around there. But as I say, you lot got so much American story.
It doesn't make sense
to
where
we put America on a
No, but cause I would say
the way we do. Do you get what I'm saying? So
they've definitely got stuff. They've got stuff with US people, because this is something I noticed, But they've got tracks with a lot of the UK people of the time.
When they came back as well, and you lot was doing your thing, you still had the UK. Don't get it twisted. They did. I feel like that was your UK. You did a UK run. I feel like they started in America. If you ask me.
There's tunes with Chip. I remember.
It was no one really got to
The
see
thing
the
with G
brand.
Fresh.
You know why? We kept on getting so much pushback from the industry over here. So Dame got frustrated because he would like call meetings and the man wouldn't turn up to the meetings and doing stuff like that. Man was doing silly stuff. So we just said to him, listen, man, we're busting in America. Like, well, no, on the roads over here. To them, it's like, oh, what them man got signed to. See what I'm saying? So you must. He said, yeah, why am I even bothering? And that's why he took us back to America with it. Because he was trying to really do the Planet Rock thing so man could drop singles and do the proper thing and all that, but too much pushback. But look what man are doing. Man are booking man over there, don't book us. You see what I'm saying? They didn't really care about the UK factor of it. It's just man just wanted the Americans in. Like he would come over here, be running around, certain man's running around, and when he'd leave, man would try and treat us man away when we turn up to certain clubs.
I remember they even tried to deny us at the press conference. Remember the rock thing?
Yeah, so he's done the
seminar. The seminar. They just try not to let us into our own seminar, bro.
Wow.
The music seminar.
Yeah, that big up Turkish. Turkish the one who helped us pat and get in that,
Is it?
And we didn't even know it was him.
No.
Turkish.
We just barged past the woman like, what? She goes, who are you lot? Like,
Yeah.
Turkish,
Turkish,
move out of the way.
Yeah, he's that engineer. Yeah. That's our guy. Big up Turkish.
Yeah, so things like that was happening in England. So I was like, it was too much heat, bro. Because see, over here, it was just too cloutish. In America, they didn't care until the music came. In England, it was newspapers, and because he was doing the madness with Victoria Beckham and then. So we was in newspapers. Like straight away, so that's why we just like the clubbing, running around. Let's just get to the work.
They got redundant.
So when he flew us over there to the Rockaware campaign, and we did the Billboard campaign and whatnot, bro. As soon as he got us in the studio, we went mad.
Yeah.
And then plus he had his own idea for us, and then he's flown us over there. Jim didn't even know we was over there, so I've called Jim, and Jim's like, "What? Why is your number New York area code?" I'm like, "I'm in New York." He's like, "What?" Like, so he didn't even know what was going on. So Jim's coming through like. I'm staying in the studio every day, and then Dame's coming there every day. So now we just got that energy in the studio.
And it was like, Dame ain't been in the studio like this every day since Reasonable Doubt. Like he went in the lab. Like that.
See, so it was mad energy going around at the time.
Yeah. But so what? Well, it's an error. You say it all the time.
I was gonna say you can ask that. What was gonna you gonna go on to, but you can go.
Do you want? No, we go to this and then we go back to that.
Perfect.
It was you say it all the time though. It was an error. So like. Give us some mixtapes. Did you do any albums?
Around what that we did?
Yeah.
Who Dares Wins?
Some stuff that's out that the people.
Who Dares Wins is what we came out with first.
Who Dares Wins.
So what's happened is
what year?
Dame's flown us out to New York 2004 summer.
Okay.
We're staying in Tribeca. We're like, where's the Diplomats? No one wants to show us where the Diplomats in. They got us in the studio trying to record verses for State Property tunes and all that. Yeah. We got to the office. We see Duke, right? We're like, Duke, we're going with you. Bring us to Jaws' studio. No one's trying to tell us where you, like the man are. It's like man didn't have no numbers from or trying to keep us away from him. As we're leaving, I think Big Face Gary's like, no, you lot gotta come back in the thingy. You got to record the tunes for State Property and whatever. I was like, no, we're going to Jaws' studio. And he's like, nah, Dame was shot. I said, bro, we don't care in it. Like, we don't care about Dame, but we don't care.
Who's on State Prop these times?
Beans is on house arrest, so we're seeing them every day in Dame's other apartment.
Cracks and that.
Young Guns, PD,
yeah.
Oskino Sparks. We got cypher with them on YouTube.
But you just wanted to go to the Dips, innit?
Yeah, we like where's home team, innit? Where what's going on? Like what they doing?
You know them kind of like decisions to make though. You know them ones like them. That's like a mad decision. Like what? Stay here and do stuff with Beanie and them lots. You know, like because you would have ended up kind of merging with them.
Yeah.
If you didn't go to the.
You know, we're diplomats because that's who we met first,
That's
and
who
that's
you met
kind of
first,
who put
innit?
the phone call and all that,
Yeah,
that type of stuff.
yeah.
So
these men are not trying to steal you, but they're technically trying to.
I think Dane was just trying to make us neutral because he knew something was going on at the time.
Yeah.
So,
It's a pounds.
so when we got to Juwaz's studio, because we knew Juwaz had his own studio, so we wanted to be there where we could record our mixtape. Because the studio that Dame's got in his yard is open. There's no booth on it. Beans is on house arrest in there. Man are playing arcade games and all that. It's not
like
it's not
the work.
It's not like a proper studio.
Yeah.
That was what we
Man's
was
chilling
thinking.
in Frank Sinatra's barber chair, just there in the middle of the living room.
Like, you know them ones that's like so.
Different.
Plus, them we did a tune that we wanted Beans on. He had to jump on it. So man's like, we need to get back to where the Dips is at anyway. So man's gone to Juwaz's studio. From there, we just start knocking out Who There's Wins in his studio. Yeah, and we knocked out that whole thing during the 6 weeks we was there, innit, that summer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who's on that as well?
Um,
Some of the names, because that's like one of the things.
JR's on it, Bezel's on it, Un's on it. I think Jim did the intro on one of the tunes. Who else is on there?
What's
Mainly Diplomat artists.
Yeah.
That's on it.
And
yeah.
any other mixtapes after?
After that, we did Street Sauce Salute. Well,
Okay.
we was back in England. So we've come back to England.
This is like a UK run now, isn't it?
Yeah, because The Rock split in half with Jay and Dame and whatever. We're back in England, and then our cases, they come up, so we can't be in America at the time. So we've stuck here from 04 till end of 06. I remember when we left America, Jim was on his first album. By the time we got back, he was on Ballin' Remix. Like that. That's how far we was. So we're in England watching man on DVDs, the smacks coming through, all these things, the mixtapes, the Koch deals.
Well, Jim's popping to the point that Hove's dissing him.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy. Like,
yeah, so we're in England, stuck here. So the man had to figure it out, innit? That's why the man started venturing into Europe. Well, Juwaz was supposed to do a show in Finland. So man's like, we'll just go over there and link them, and then go chat to them to see if we can get one of their lawyers and pay one of their lawyers. We've gone over there, he ain't even come. He ain't even come, bro.
We've got like a whole floor hotel.
We've got like 10 rooms to ourselves.
3 of us. Mad.
No, it's not.
Who opened up? Who's performing?
We ended up headlining with Slum
people,
Village because we got to take over the performance, and we did the after party. Got mobbed. There's only 3 of us. We had no one else with us. Got mobbed, bro.
Mad.
So we come back to England. So now man's thinking, yo, the European thing's crazy. Man went to Finland, it's 23.5 hours sunlight.
Helsinki.
Man going in the club is light, coming out the thing is light. 4 in the morning, bro, sleeping 4 hours a day. Bro, we went to them like summer.
It's dark, pretty much that same amount of hours. So it's a lot of depression, a lot of suicide rate, high suicide rate.
Yeah, so we're learning more about Europe and what these. Yeah, well, we need to get more in Europe.
Yeah, more culture.
So we got Barcelona for the first time.
These times you're Euro gang now as well, isn't it?
Yeah. But we're running around Europe and
we do Ireland.
We do Ireland.
Remember, you invited us to a show.
Yeah, he invites us to the Glow in the Dark show, so he gives us tickets. We all go after we do our show.
In
to his concert and whatnot. So we're running around in Europe and whatever, and then we do come into America.
Germany as well. Do our Germany run.
Yeah,
with all the big artists, Cool Savas.
No, that's when we got back in. After.
Yeah, but after we got back in, but we did do that.
So the little bits that you mentioned, the thing Ireland and all those, play Barcelona, Finland, all that type of stuff. So we're like, all right, there's other territories man can venture out into, plus 1 or 2 spots up and down the UK. Man did a Come to America mixtape, and on the Come to America mixtape, man talking about getting back in America, doing all this stuff, linking up.
All of these spoke into existence because we couldn't even get back.
They all
spoke into existence.
So
it's like,
so man ended up getting back in America.
Mad thing.
Okay, coming to America.
Yeah, cases dismissed and all that. The man had to go over there, just
said it to the
get
universe,
the right lawyer,
and the universe said, "Yeah,
time over time."
ready,
No one's there, so we was nice. So no one knew we was coming in. I think Juwaz's mum knew, and I spoke to her, and then we get back in, and then we link up with him, and then we find out that we see Jim comes through, and then we find out later on that Jim and Cam not seeing eye to eye. So man's like, "Oh, not this again." Bro.
At the time when we was with Roccafella. Yeah, because Dame and Jay weren't speaking, so that folded. So everyone was left homeless. It's like having parents that belong together or whatever. And you ain't got no home.
You don't know where to go to.
Yeah, because look, Beans never had a situation after that Roccafella team split. A lot of people at the time they had Nori, even Joe Buttons was over there at Roccafella.
Yeah, ODB and all that. MOP.
Yeah. I think just before. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
No, Jadakiss was after when Jay became president.
Okay.
But they was making moves like that. So when we go back in, we heard they was arguing.
I was like,
we must
same
go back
shit.
to London, bro.
Yeah.
Man just risked. You know what? We risked coming back here in the first place. It could have gone pear shaped, bro. That could have gone ugly. So we just gotta make ourselves hot. We got the platform. We're around the right niggas. We don't really need them to do anything.
Come up DVD. We started doing our little run. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Working with artists outside of that fraction. You know what I mean? Who wanted to fuck with us.
He used to run the come up, and it was
Fendi.
Fendi,
Yeah,
I remember.
So we linked up with Jordan
Towers.
Towers.
Had Nicky.
Jordan Towers, wow. That's a cameraman,
so that's how we started doing those runs, and then World Star Hip Hop and all that, and then linked up with Ransom and then Nicky and then J Mills as well.
How did you meet Nicky?
My brethren from Queens, they was producing a lot of music for her from before, so we seen them like come up DVD and she was a studio.
Is that when she was with Big Fendi at the time?
Yeah, I think it's one of her first come up DVD appearances.
Before she linked up with Weezy.
So we're like, oh yeah, she's nice, and but Bundy's like, oh I know, I'll call her right now. She knows who you guys are. So he hit her. She was like, yeah, cool. She came to the studio, and then we took her to Juwaz's studio to lay the verse there. And we was thinking maybe Juwaz would try and bring her in or whatever it may be, but they didn't work it out. And then a week later, she went to go Simon Wayne. Yeah.
Fast paced.
Yeah, close as all.
Yeah.
It's close to all the close proximity.
Yeah, at the time he was doing all that stuff with Wayne Can't Feel My Face stuff as well, so I was around them as well.
Oh yeah.
Matt Main and that used to hit man all the time, so yeah, he's back and forth like that.
It's kind of destined, isn't it?
Yeah. Black Republican video, we made a cameo in that. That's the first time man's seen us since Black Republicans.
Black Republican.
Yeah, it was Juwaz and Weezy freestyle video, and me and him in the video, and then after that they saw us do the Come to America thing with Juwaz in the studio.
I'll put a link to that.
Yeah, so that's when man in America like, oh, they're back, they're in, and we start building our own buzz, bro. Start doing little shows, 5 bags here, there, 3 songs, running. Yeah, we started doing our own run, and then
we went up to that. We did a show in Syracuse.
Yeah,
it was popping, boy. Man's like, it was crazy.
One of the little shows we did.
Crazy, but I swear they came from Jersey.
Yeah.
Mad. It was just popping off. It was crazy. It was like, we're really back out here for real. Like, felt good, man.
Because it was we did it ourselves.
What about Max B?
Max B, we never met Max B.
Yeah.
Hayes met Max B and did a tune with him. But he was asking about us, saying, yo, tell him holler at us, man. We'll get him wavy and all that. But we were like, nah, you're too mad.
Max B, where?
Even though he's sick, but it was just too much mix up.
And we was around Els and Jim more time, so we couldn't do that.
Politics, is it?
Yeah. So what do you want to do? We can either take it to that part of the show, Hunterverse, or we can touch back on what we left off.
Do you want to do the Hunterverse and then we go backwards?
Okay. So normally, I know these things would never happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the people at home watching, just in case you say, "Oh," we know. But here, where we have these debates, it can happen, innit? Like, it will happen, innit? Like, so this is what I normally do. I take 2 artists, yeah? Well, 4 artists, innit? 2 from the UK, pit them together, 2 from the US, yeah? And how I look at it, like, 10 tracks each, but the tracks you expect, you know, like, not the new one.
Like a verses.
A verses, yeah? The 10 tracks you expect, but I know that obviously these people are golden era people usually, so a lot of us don't always remember 10 tracks names, innit? Like, but I feel like you lots are
musical.
You're historians, fam. You was actually there. So yeah, this is how I do it. Let's start in the US. Yeah. We're just gonna hit them with this one. Yeah. One side, Jim Jones.
Yeah.
Other side, Max B.
I'll say with the body of work that Jim's put out,
Because
the last,
like a lot of. Let me look at my notes. Obviously, I look at
not the last one, not the last
obviously,
one.
like obviously,
not the Harry Ford one, but the one before that. What's the one that he dropped? The one, the crazy one, El Capo. That one's crazy, bro. That one's mad.
Boy, see, like
so what are we doing? We were racing the ones where they're running it together.
Well, obviously, see, like how they would normally do. They do that tune at the end. You know what I'm saying, innit? Like, that's the last track.
Well, that might be a bit of a tie if you put in all his works.
Nah,
It's a lot of tunes, cuz. Jim's got a lot of hits. Like, let me look, man.
It's based on preference, that answer.
They're both hard. That's why they're both hard to me. That's why.
All right, what the Max B5 you're putting up though?
Wait,
You said what, 10 for 10?
No, five.
I would say,
five.
see,
Five
normally the
each.
people, they don't normally know
Yeah.
10.
Yeah,
So
5 for 5.
I would say you're 5. You know, like, what 5 do you think
For
Jim
Jim?
Jones should come with?
Certified, all right, certified gangster,
Certified, okay, yeah.
balling, of course.
Balling. Cool.
Please don't push me away if you like that kind of shit.
Summer in Miami.
Summer in Miami.
Summer in Miami.
That's got to get played. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
What other two?
it's deep.
I don't even know how to get to the
His
Max
albums,
B back, 'cause I ain't heard none of
He's
this
got
stuff
the
in such a
7
long
Day
time.
Ferry, Jim Jones Chronicles, Members of Bird Gang.
Do you know what's funny? Like, some of these people's tunes, I can sing them, but I don't know the titles.
Yeah, you don't know the
Yeah,
titles,
that's why I've noticed.
I know
I
Max
asked
B
the
got me a
people.
dub soon there though.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's got all of the. Let me see what.
Mike Spears has got.
And then Max B's got the things with French, the mac and cheese.
The mac and cheese.
But
Oh,
It's a
God.
lot of works, man. I don't know about this one.
That's why I said it's a preference thing. I'd say Max all day.
Yeah.
But because it's a preference. It's
Yeah.
not about the hits.
I don't
$1
know.
Million Baby, Public Domain.
Do you know what it is? It's just he hasn't got the albums. So it's like you might forget the
The 10
mixtapes. You ain't
tracks.
heard them in so long.
Yeah.
You're more likely to revisit albums than mixtapes.
100%.
And this is
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I would just
yeah.
say I would say kind of like as individual tracks and everything, because a lot of Jim's some stuff is features, a lot of Max's stuff is on his own. Like I kind of would say it's a tie, man, on the tip like that. Like as far as hits goes, I'll say Jonesy, but
Do you know
then
what?
you
You would
heard
be
so
on.
many stuff.
You would just enjoy it.
Yeah, it would be a good
Do you
one.
get what I'm saying? Like, that's the actual whole point of
Good
this.
one, yeah.
Like, you'd actually have to enjoy it.
Trust
Because
me,
I don't do this
I think
like by
I think
yourself.
yeah,
Jim's got more catalogue though, man.
He's got
He's
way
got
more
more
catalogue,
tunes
so
to
it's like
choose
cheating.
from, innit?
Way more.
So his catalog-
But for the time that he's been out and
But then
active,
mixtapes that.
And
I
then
think Max
Jim
B's
can draw
produced
from ones
more in
with
the time
Cam.
that he was outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Max's workload for when he was outside is more than Jim.
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
yeah.
think so?
Because you remember a lot of Jim stuff's members of Bird Gang, so it's all of them together.
Yeah.
Max's stuff's on his own.
It's on
and
his
then
own
the
and stuff.
French.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I don't know, man. That one I'll kind of.
He's got a lot of sing-alongs. You know what I'm saying? At them times when
He's
he was
got
doing it,
anthems.
man
He's
didn't
got
even
anthems.
man didn't
He's got
even rate
anthems.
his singing at first.
created
Man
the
thought,
wave.
what's he doing? But
Jim's
then,
got the ones with Cam as well though.
Because he kind of
Ready
made
and
Jim
Proud
nicer,
about it,
even being
bro.
around him. Stacking
Jim's
him
got-
made him
Jim's
nicer.
got, like, it's crazy to say as well. As I said, I'd say Max is my preference, but I can remember more Jim Jones names of Jim Jones
Tunes,
tunes.
yeah.
Like, I could probably name Jim Jones.
But I feel like Max B and Stack being around him got him
But I
nicer
could-
as well.
Yeah, I can name Max B mixtapes.
yeah,
I
Million
can't-
Dollar
I can't-
Baby and Public
I can't
Domain,
name-
innit?
yeah,
That's his
yeah,
strong
yeah,
ones.
yeah,
He just
yeah, yeah.
he just
Yeah.
did
I
one
can't
that was good, and then he
name
said,
the
"Okay, I'll
tunes.
do 4 of
I can
them."
name a couple, but
You know them ones?
I
They're
just
all
listen to the
mixtapes,
tape.
fam.
Yeah,
Then there's just tape. You listen to the tape.
100.
And he did the kind of like the 50 kind of rap. He just took the hot track
Yeah.
and just sung his
So
verse,
crazy,
sung
yeah.
his version, and then we liked it, and then that's it.
That's it. Formula.
Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So what you saying? Ty?
I'll
me-
still say Jim
for
for me.
me-
I'm saying Kappa.
Jim? What are you saying?
I'm saying Max just because of my
Max.
preference.
Max?
Max.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's kind
Who
of
are you?
Who's saying?
me.
So I'll say kind of tie, you know, because I heard his stuff like I remember his shit's been crazy, and I feel like when it hasn't got the impact of the hit and being on the album, it makes you hear it different. But I feel like if you take a lot of the gas away, you might hear it a bit different.
Yeah. You know what I feel like? Jim Jones has got a lot more work,
Yeah,
but there's a period of time when I didn't even like Jim Jones.
Yeah.
No disrespect to that,
Yeah.
but he wasn't my cup of tea.
I feel like he's
So
elevated.
He's got
getting
that
better.
period
He's got better.
of where I thought, yeah, this is. You get me when he was doing bare ad libs,
But they did
like
a Hot
every.
97, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hot 97 reunion thing.
Yeah,
And Jim was the best.
yeah,
Like Jim was
was
killed
going off.
Jewels and Cam.
who's going off?
What on? Oh,
Well,
no,
that
you're
was
talking about
the-
like
I saw that one.
You remember that one?
Yeah.
That was in the reunion. Jim killed both
Yeah,
of them on it.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Jim was-
swag and like how he's doing it because
but
he
it's
wasn't
where he
seen
is
like
now.
that before.
That's why I just think life is mad, you know. Like life's not finished until it's finished, innit?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't make people think that anything's finished.
Yeah,
You know, no one's there.
yeah.
So there's a whole new version of you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
No
100%.
one's there. So it's like
Yeah.
it's
100%.
whether you're ready to bring it to the table,
Yeah.
or you're gonna let people tell you where you are in
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
That's what it is.
He definitely went through different stages, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I don't know. I probably liked Max a bit more. I've probably like when I hear some of the songs, I probably won't be able to give you the names, but when the song plays, I'll probably sing all 10 of them.
Zone, yeah.
Max be
going mad. As long as Jim Jones gives me the 10 that I want to hear, then I'm gonna I'll sing along with him as well, and probably say, boy, I enjoyed the thing at the end of the day. But going into it, by trying to be unbiasedly, I'm probably gonna edge towards Max.
Yeah.
What's sad is that when someone dies or goes to jail, we give them a bit more rate. Not saying
nah, his shit was hard without him going jail. Him going jail saved him. If he didn't go jail, he'd make songs. See.
So I'm saying, if he didn't go jail, we might have got fed up.
Prodigy.
We might have. It's a possibility.
Period of time.
There's a possibility he could have got washed, or he could have got crazier.
Man, he was only going to get worse. Trust me. Listen.
You don't know.
It was only going to get worse. This is what happens, guys. You get a period of time. Bam, that's you.
No, but you could say that about Jones. Imagine Jones got nicked or bodied, you'd say, oh, that was his level. Like he reached.
I wouldn't have rated him.
Exactly.
Because I didn't rate him. He got better.
And look at his recent stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't know.
Yeah, for real. No, but you kind of get an indication, man.
All of them look like we rate them because it got finished. It got concluded.
Yeah, they might have been. If they were still here, Biggie might be shit now.
That's done moves.
Nah. We can't speak on these.
No, not like that. I'm saying
if Biggie could be shit now.
No. I'm saying no, not that. I take it back. That's bad. That's bad. No disrespect on that. Come on, man. I'm saying like when
album when people would be like, oh, that album was
Prodigy. After a while, you see, after his albums that like man just grew up on Mobb Deep. You know, like you know what I'm saying, Hell on Earth and like. So we look at you like this, HNIC. And then see the other albums later on, it's like, but I still rate you though, fam. So I still rate you, fam. I'm gonna rate you, but like, come on, man, safe. You know when Jay-Z says, you want to hear the whole J? Like, this is the old J. Like, I'm doing new shit, bro. But if you want to listen to Reasonable Doubt, I get it. It's only that they...
It's where they end up.
But that's what I'm saying. People might think someone's done until they come back out. Like people would have said Jay's and then 444 came. People would have said Nas' video until what's this recent one called?
Magic.
King's Disease. 1, 2, and Magic. So if those three didn't come out within the last year and a half, you'd be like Nas is This is why you can't count goats out. Yeah,
for real.
You can't.
For real.
I don't, and that's why you got to understand.
You know what it is? Some of them have let us down though.
They have, but then you could get back in. You could get back in the room. You know what I'm saying? There's people that you might fall out with or think, they're a bit. I don't really fuck with them like too tough, and then they get their mind right, and they come back around. You're like, see, this is why I love you, man. This is why, you know what I mean? I've always fucked with you. You know what I mean? Like,
I shouldn't even count man out like that. You know them ones.
We do it often in life.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's
like if you had like an extra life. Jada made like you man are saying who's that?
The verses.
As well as
man, he was hard and he's never fallen off.
He never,
but he hasn't had good.
He hasn't had good bodies of work recently. Honestly, he hasn't.
Complete bodies of work. Right, he's got songs. He's
like
he's pulling up songs with Mariah Carey and all that.
You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the verse, it wouldn't have woke people up. People was going back to the old shit like, I'm remembering.
Yeah,
sometimes you need certain things to re-jog people's memories.
Sometimes we like you for that, so just give us that, and then that same, it's mad. Sometimes we like you for this style, so give us that. But then when you give us like 15 tracks of that, then we might say, you know what, that's too much of that. So you're never gonna win.
I think listeners, fans, man, hip hop, we're the worst fans.
We're horrible, innit?
We're shit.
Horrible. Horrible set of people, fam. Trust me, fam. We're cutthroat.
Entitled.
We're cutthroat, fam.
Man will tell a fucking certified hit maker, top prolific rapper, what single he should have put out. It's like, shut the fuck up, man.
Cutthroat, fam.
For real.
Cutthroat.
Like, I think he knows what he's doing right now.
People that will critique your thing, haven't actually done anything. They ain't even got a one track or anything. They ain't done nothing.
I separate them from the casual fan and the core fan. And the core fan has the right to critique because they've been there from the beginning.
They're raw.
Maybe
they've got everything. Maybe they're going to support you whether they like it or not, but they're going to tell you when they don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
They might not like rap or anything, but they've been listening to you long enough for them to be able to say, fam, what's this shit? Or you just got to take it like, and you know what I'm saying?
And that was the problem with us. You see, the rock thing over here, newspapers, and like, we picked up too many casual fans. Whereas in America,
core.
They jumped on it when the music started come out, so it was more core fans that fuck with the music rather than people that was taking notice of us because they saw us in the newspaper on a billboard or something like that.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Alright, so we wrapped up that other one. You lots at home, leave some comments, and you know what I'm saying. Max B, Jim Jones, obviously it's in the air, and we just go back to.
I'm saying Kappa.
Yeah, you see that whole day with the whole Joel situation. Can you take us through the day? Like for you guys, because you like.
What we was on separate flights, so we've gone on tour with them in Europe.
Yeah.
But again, the promoter didn't want to book UK artists.
Yeah.
And they still said, yeah, cool, we'll come do the tour.
Yeah.
So we was already. It was funny already.
Yeah.
Over there.
Was mad.
Because man was thinking, well, what's the point of being even around you, man, and all that? You can't even put us in position to earn the money.
Yeah.
Man don't even want the money from you, but like if you can't even tell the promoter like, no, you're gonna book them or we're not coming.
Yeah.
So we was already running around with Cam at the time. Cam popped back up, wanted to do stuff with us, then man are looking at us like, what are you doing with him? What happened when you first got back over here? So it was finicky. Yeah. So man's like, oh, we'll get hotel rooms for you, man. You just got to take care of your own flight. So we flew over there and linked them in Amsterdam, done all the dates, Sweden, Denmark, Switzerland, Norway. 3 cities in Norway.
Amsterdam.
3 cities in Norway.
You say Amsterdam?
Yeah,
Amsterdam as well.
Yeah.
But it was about 12 days. Come back to London, but we flown in earlier. So we've gone to the hotel. Copenhagen as well, yeah. So we've gone to the hotel. Man start popping up. Gone upstairs, told them, man, yeah.
But you're oblivious.
No, but before we while we're in London, we couldn't get in America at that time. We're in South a lot, heavy. Hayes used to live in Croydon, like Thornton Heath area. So we
recorded half of our.
Yeah, we recorded one to Throws at the time. Yeah, so all them mixtapes, well, Streets of Salute and Come to America, we recorded there.
And where was SAS? And where was SAS?
And where's SAS as well, yeah. So we went south a lot. So now and again, man will run into, will be with one of our brethren, and one of his brethren will say, oh yeah, you man are cool. Man are blessed. You're from here and all that. But see them, man. See what they did. Yeah, they can't come back here. So man's heard it like twice or something like that.
Oh, so you've heard you've heard it in the
air.
Man's put it in the air.
The niggas man around they're not jokers, so their brethrens they're not jokers either. So man is saying that it's got some sort of merit to it. You know, hear once or twice or whatever. But man got no contact to the youths that booked them. We don't even know who booked them. We're even thinking, why didn't they holler at us when they come over there to give them the P? At least then it was verified, like I know
that
these man
was legit and stuff.
Take care of us properly. It didn't make sense to me. Like, fuck it, man. You know what I mean? Man, gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. So we go back to America. When we get back in America, we see Big Joe because we know he's the one that got paid. We know he's the one that got paid because we was there when in 04 that summer. We said some London guy just come and give us the half up front already.
Yeah.
And he's asking us if we know them and whatever because they just got paid, so we know he got paid. So me and him get into an argument over the money. And he said something like, oh, say another word and that, whatever. So I get up in his face and then me and him's going to jump him at George's Nike shoot. Yeah. So it's that serious. But you think they'll think, why would these men who ain't even booked for the show, why would they be even getting into it like that with Big Joe? Big Joe's not a small guy as well, big guy and whatever, but we didn't really care. His principles and whatever. Because I said to him, you don't have to go back there. I even said it to him in front of them.
Okay, so I'm saying, because this is the behind scenes content.
Cam, that's who they know. They don't know him. And he doesn't have to go over there. He ain't going to go over there. Yeah. So that in front of all of them. But man, they don't take it into account. You know what I mean? America's the centre of the universe. They're probably looking at it like, how will you be looking at going
cups
to...
of teas, man.
Like we're going Slovenia or... one of them countries there.
Queen,
like, we're not really taking it that seriously.
Teas and biscuits and shit, man.
Not like that, but it's like not like that. But like you see, like if we got a show in Germany now, we're not thinking about what's going on.
Yeah, we're not thinking about the German bad man or like who we got to check in with. We're just going to Germany, fam, innit? So they probably think, we're not thinking, let's go back to England, man. No, fam.
Yeah, where the capital or what? You know what I mean? Like, they're on that type of thing. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So just not pennying it because it happened further down the line. But that's how disorganised.
But you've told them, innit? You've given them a
said in front of him.
You've given them a pre. You don't have to go back.
No, we said it's not you that has to go back there, bro.
Yeah, meaning we're going back and they're going back as well.
Subsequently, it's us because they're going to be with us. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So whatever you've done, fix it.
It's going to have a trickle effect, regardless of where.
Yeah, of course.
Told them there, fix it, bro. Seriously, before these men have to go back over there, fix it. Because we've heard the murmurings, but we didn't speak to them on direct, so it's not like no one could point them to and say, I'll call this person or whatever. So wherever you spoke to, whatever, fix it with it.
Yeah.
Because they're not happy about it. And that's just enough, innit? It just, where you don't want to be doing shows and things like that, where you know what I mean? These things kind of happen, or you want to know exactly what's going to happen. You see what I'm saying? In them type of thing, if you're in a foreign country. So nothing's happened. We come back here. We've gone to the thingy. When they popped up, I've seen. I knew what time it was when I started seeing man popping up at the hotel. So we've gone upstairs. I've gone upstairs. One of them gave me a 5, like, because I know one of them. So one of them's giving me a 5, but it's one of them 5s.
Yeah,
but I'm like, I don't know what time it is, mate.
Yeah.
So we gone upstairs. We said, yeah, it's on. Told you. Yeah, it's on. So whatever. Then Taser's called. We've gone downstairs. The promoters in the lobby. Like 5 or 6 of them. There's like 30 each outside. There's like 5 in the lobby, and there's more coming as well. Yeah. So they're looking at us like almost like we're trying to. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Trying to enforce their thing, like whatever, ever. And we're like, no. Listen. It's not one of those, isn't it? Because man's like, yeah, we're all gonna go upstairs. No. Who's the main promoter? The main promoter steps down. Like, we'll bring you
out and that.
Yeah.
And then you could talk to one of them lot, and then you lot come to some sort of reasoning or whatever it comes to. But all this, it's not all that. Just I could see them. They was already calling the police by then, probably the hotel people, because it's in the lobby. Man, are arguing and all that. So we've gone upstairs. They spoke to the promoter. Promoter they're saying he's not our manager. He don't even manage us anymore. They said, yeah, but he's your representative. He's basically saying he wants to work out something where man come back do a show or something, a chain or something. I think because he's lost. I can't remember. I think it was 40 or 70. I can't remember what it was he was talking about. They're saying, well, it's got nothing to do with us. So I'm like, why don't we call Big Joe right now? Yeah. He's here, you're here. Why don't we call? We find out where the money went. Nobody wants to call Big Joe. Yeah. So that was it. He goes back downstairs like, well, bro, I can't let you man do this show. You know the one's there. Like can't do other shows and whatever. So we come back downstairs, man, and looking at us like, bro, that man and bumping UK man, you shouldn't even, you know what I mean? So it's not even us. It's not UK versus UK thing, but then man can't be whatever, and then it just ended up being that situation for hours until the police came. Yeah,
because what's called you lot went for? I think they went to. I don't know. I just know that man caught them at another hotel or something. Like they went to another hotel and then
that part we don't know. So
they tried to do a backdoor.
When the police come,
this was the story that man heard. Yeah, they tried to do a backdoor thing,
and we don't know. We don't. We don't even know what happened after.
We was there, like,
and then that's when you get all the footage
outside that hotel.
Chain swinging.
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
When they end up getting the footage with the Michael Million and all that, and
because they went to another hotel or something.
That's another hotel, I think.
We don't even know where that was.
They went somewhere else and the man then pulled up on that.
Oh, now we don't know where that was.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
That had nothing to do with us. We was in front of the other hotel.
They come with some sort of agreement.
We have no idea what they did.
We heard rumours, but we can't really speak on rumours or what happened on the way there or whatever.
That footage looks like a muggage. It looks like you're with us, like chain swinging, like you know what I'm saying.
We weren't not while we was there.
No, we didn't see that.
Well, while we was there, it was like it was about because it was about 20 of us, good 20, 30 of us, and then we had man pulling up. Big pulled up like 30 man. This one pulling up, and I'm telling man go home. Man don't want man to crash.
Yeah.
For and they've got no connection to them. It's us that's the connection. So if anything,
and they've done wrong.
They've done wrong as well. But we didn't know they had done wrong at the time. Though.
They've done wrong. That's another thing. Man living
that's another thing. See, that's what really made man.
Knew, though.
That's what kept man calm in that situation because
we felt like
we understood the principle of if man would have done that to us, how us and our people then would have been moving. So it wasn't really.
It wasn't.
Like, you man come to. Right, it was more like a. Right, time's gonna get worked out. But
we're gonna help. We're gonna try and help facilitate that the best we can, even though we're nothing to do with it.
You said it earlier.
That was it.
You said it earlier.
That we had nothing to do with it. That's the sick part. We got nothing to do with it, bro.
You had beef.
Even getting caught in that mix was dumb.
Yeah, remember you had beef. And he said to you, "What? Let's go to them guys. I'll squash it now."
Yeah.
So that's what you would expect someone from that country. You understand? Someone to be able to do like, let's not. You're my boys, but you're from London, and these are my American brethren that I've grown up with. So I'll squash it.
And to be honest, they didn't book us; they booked them.
But for the fact that
so we had nothing to do with it on that side.
Exactly,
and the same side. If them not got paid, we had nothing to do with it.
And they start trying to chat, and he's on DVD chatting shit about the man them after. So we just
when he's gone back to America, come on, man.
It was mad.
It probably looks so bad.
I called him after that. I was like, yo, I was like, really? Like, what are we talking about? Oh, I don't want to talk. Didn't want to chat. I was like,
part about it was he was going on like he made a connection.
Yeah, it was wild. That whole situation was bad.
Was mugging you.
No, we saw the footage, man. Come on, man. We saw the
footage.
The
whole situation was bad.
Muggage, man.
Like
crazy. From there,
bad karma.
You reckon after that?
Yeah,
That's
man.
when.
Do you know what happened? You know what it did?
It made us not care about him.
Yeah, it
as
mobilized. Much. It mobilized, especially when it was like back and forth afterwards. It made Bear Man call us like, even on the day, at the time, if certain men that came over there that was looking for us, yeah, because we was going up and down the stairs, they wasn't happy at all. So that situation could have got really ugly.
Yeah.
If something would happen to me or him,
it could have looked like
you
lots are backing like. It could have looked like you lots are backing them, like you lots are backing wrong-uns. It don't matter where they're from or who they are. You're backing wrong-uns against. It don't look right.
So that situation could have got.
But the thing is, at the same time, we was kind of ostracized before that, in a sense, by like kind of like our affiliation to Americans and this and that. But that kind of gave man the UK stamp of like, oh, they're us more than they're them. Do you know what I mean? Because it kind of showed like, yo, like there ain't nothing to do with them, man. Like, you know what I mean? The only shit that they've gotten into due to some shit is because of their man. So it's almost like they could see them for who they was, and they saw that these men are actually deep, like stand up, like they're, you know what I mean? Like fuck all this. I'm on this, I'm on that. It's more like principles in it and how you move proper, because even the way we handled them classy. We didn't come and start chatting shit, these man are this man. We only even spoke on it because they was trying to drag our name through the mud, and we're like, nah, that's not how it went. And that's why we came at them, and that was it. We didn't do the back and forth thing, because I was like, bro, I'll see you when I see you. And sure enough, I was in Harlem a few months or whatever afterwards, less than a year afterwards. Man was in barbershops getting a haircut where man actually get their trims and that. So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, bruv, niggas is out here, innit? Like, niggas is outside for real, bruv. Like, where you live, innit? Like, so, like, it wasn't even trying to be gangster. It's just what it is. Like, don't be silly about this. Like, so, that was it. So then, since then, we just cracked on and started doing more of our own shit and bombarding, making mad tunes, and then just getting back on the circuit, doing our thing.
Yeah, we didn't want to make it, because that's when our buzz was the biggest.
We didn't want to make it like a US versus UK thing, or
we didn't want to come in on a, I don't know. We just saw French and Max doing the whole thing with that and Jim and all that. But to me, I'd feel away this and man that I used to hang out with. So if they're that, then what was you doing hanging out with them for that many years and whatnot? So man's too talented to
start doing all that bullshit. I'm not into all that. You know what I mean?
And then we start dipping into Europe. Some man's in Germany, man's in Slovakia, man's in Czech Republic, man's going Poland. Just built the buzz like that.
Just build it up Europe, and that, innit?
That's obviously that. And that's
Canada as well, Toronto. Remember?
Yeah, we went over there.
That's why I was saying, did you feel like, like the outside appreciated not more than? Like,
it's funny. Look, like, so when we were doing all the mad stuff from the roads, man's getting respect, but like the industry,
money though.
The industry, a lot of men are hating. Yeah. When it came to us going back and forth with them over there in America. That's when man's calling us up, and the industry felt like, no, we're not gonna. They almost took the stance off, you're not gonna do one of ours like that.
So
you see what I'm saying?
The underdog theory.
It was mad. Like overnight, it just became like what? No, fuck that. Like, even strangers, we're back here, you man, with that thing, or whatever it may be. So you could. Yeah, in the end.
I feel like it was more comfortable for people to champion us and be like, yeah, you man and them niggas, like, after the situation, like, our situation was, like, kind of bigger than us. You know what I'm talking about? Like, not our talent levels, but just, like, the calamity of what we were doing was bigger than our situation and our outreach. So when that went away, it was like, they're still the guys. And I fuck with them, man. They, you know what I mean? They stood solid. But it was more support when we needed it than when there was more support when it was less that we could do with the support than when if they really got behind us when we was popping.
I get what you're saying.
It was like too little, too late.
Definitely.
Man rallied. I get what you're saying. Like, man rallied behind you, like when it was to like back it, like, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, like, them times, man would have, like, we like the Americans, but we probably have a little bit of resentment towards them as well. So as soon as we see what they're trying to mug off,
it's like,
so man will, you know, as long as we ain't got no actual problems with you,
it's like a common enemy. It's like Top Boy.
We'll back you now.
You see where Sully got into the thing, they're like, Deshane stopped his beef with him and joined him and was like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like,
But before, it's like, whatever. I don't care about it.
It's like that kind of thing.
Now, when it's what they're trying it, like, we'll just. That's what.
And all of that was gas. All that we couldn't go back there. And, bro, come on, bro. If you saw the way we maneuver over there, man are calling us when they're shooting videos over there. around their versions they grew up with, because we grew up with them as well, but we know them on a different type.
Yeah, I kind of I didn't like the way he tried to depict it. Like it was just so
like,
far.
They got
from
a bigger
the truth.
reach. It seemed like at the time. Yeah, so when they say it, it seems gospel.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what it is.
On their behalf, they're probably saying that shit.
But you know what?
They don't want to look like punks.
You know what prevailed in the end? The music, bro. So
that's the in it. The
when
works,
man cut Eurogang Volume 1, 2, and 3, and was running through Europe and doing what we was doing, all that. You see what he was putting out. It's not. You see what I'm saying?
Not the same.
At the end of the day, that's why man didn't really want to go that route and dirty laundry and start talking, because man's got like anyone I got a phone number, I'm not like, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't even
especially, and do you know what, and do you know what, it's even because there's still listeners or fans or whatever that are into the set and jewels and everything else, and they still fuck with SAS, but then the people that fuck with SAS aren't fucking with them, man. Aren't fucking with him anyway, in particular, because he moved.
They still remember.
They see it as art. They just said what their truth. They didn't really try to. They just responded. They didn't try to go. You know what I mean? My man tried to end, man.
Of course.
So it's different. It's a different thing.
You really did, yeah.
Because you know, like JR Wright never said nothing. He was there.
Nah.
Yeah, we're cool with him.
We're cool with JR. Yeah.
There you go.
But it was a good. It was a good narrative, innit? It switched the narrative to us, like, oh, we did something wrong or whatever.
It's like it's deflecting. It's deflection.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, deflecting. Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, man, put ourselves in the line of fire for a situation. We weren't even getting money off the show that you was doing at that time. You had to bring us out on stage. You see what I'm saying? So we wasn't getting peace from you, and we wasn't getting peace from that situation.
It's not like it was an investment.
We had really
and the perception from everyone.
Yeah.
It's crazy because your story is priceless. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's and you know what? What's beautiful is how honest you're being.
Yeah.
Because you're telling it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How it really was.
Yeah, it was.
Like, because enough people would gas the story up.
Yeah.
No, listen.
At 100,000, when I was in the rap, nigga.
But the thing is, this is what I'm saying. I say this all the time, yeah. The fact that man's got humility, like we're humble with it, like like that's the reason we can still chat now. Because if we was there chatting bare shit when we was popping or everything else, it'd be like, look at you now, you're washed. You feel what I'm saying? So where you're going ups and downs or whatever, man will just see it like, just charge it to the game. That's how it goes sometimes. Because you weren't so up yourself when you were up.
And your story's not that far off from even people that we did watch in America.
Yeah.
You know, like we thought
You just said all the names. You talking about? You said bare names of all the people we was watching.
When I was watching them, we was thinking everyone was getting big P's.
Yeah.
But over the years, we've seen so many stories of
this happening.
This man was struggling. This was
like scenes on stage talking about they ain't got.
Bro, over there's the gas bubble, bro.
Yeah.
The gas bubble.
That's why it's just good to treat. You know what they say? Treat everyone on your way up, because
how you expect them.
Because you meet the same people on your way down.
And the funniest part
that's
is
super facts.
We're more up now than we was when we was running around with them. So it might look, it might. See what I'm saying? Just because I've got a diplomat chain on and a big bracelet on, and I'm doing that just because this was alright, cool, whatever. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just a lot of there's a lot of grinding, isn't it?
Yeah, and a lot of stuff we was doing was just like getting ourselves out there, but then it was just like you get to a level where it's just like, what's this worth, kind of thing. You love the art and you love putting the shit out and everything else, but if it's not really equating to certain lifestyles and everything else, because it's like the gift and the curse. I feel like fame is the curse and the gift is the rewards and the residuals you see from that notoriety. You see what I'm saying? There's no point in being famous and you ain't even getting to the bag.
You got no pay.
That's a liability, bro.
You're suffering. You're gonna.
That's a liability.
Go through
depression. You got your own people looking at you like they want to hold something.
No, you're not even. Or I realised one of my elders. One of my elders said, "Yeah, we got to move, but you can't come. You're too bait now." And then that's when it dawned on me, like,
about, like, I gotta go make some money from New Zealand.
No, man, you see what I'm saying? Now you're in
other times when man was even
this is stunting that,
not because we're protecting you, like, oh yeah, we need you to do music. Nah, because you're bait. You've done tunes already.
You're like out there. You're gonna. You see what I'm saying?
Or you got something, you're hitting them, but like no one's even gonna hit you because they don't even see you like that guy to holler at. They're looking like, oh, you're an artist, man.
What you're over here? You don't know the phone. What you're over here? You're not in New York.
Alright, so okay, let's take it back. Yeah, obviously we did the verses, the first one, the US.
Yeah.
We spoke about the next thing to kind of free up the mind. You know them ones, yeah. Now we're gonna go back to the UK. You get me? This one now, I think this is a big one. This one's a big one. Big one. could even cause like headache. You know them ones because people say, nah. Here it happens. Listen, I remember a time when these two was actually put on the thing like who's the best out of these two. So for me, this is a big one. One side of the stage, Joe Black. Other side of the stage, Gigs.
Whatever.
The tunes you want to hear from them. See Gigs now, obviously he's now as well. So he's got stuff that's heavyweight now, innit? But you see for me, Blacks, I just want to hear your mixtape shit. And he's got about 5 mixtapes that
similar argument then.
What's that?
To the Max B and Jim
it's
Jones.
the similar kind of thing. See Blacks, yeah.
Blacks is
See
like
to me, them mixtapes
kinda,
were probably like albums.
He was a mix. No,
Millionaire is probably. I think he said Millionaire is probably the only one that he's done all original beats.
Yeah.
But all the other stuff are mixtapes. But classic. But I would still want to hear Gigs on mixtape as well. I still want to hear Walk in the Park. I still want to hear. Do you understand?
Yeah, Geeks versus Blade.
Gigs versus Blade. First time I heard
Geeks
it.
versus Dubs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pain is the essence and all that. Like there's certain tunes.
It's
the dun, dun, dun. Like you understand. But then there's like Product of My Environment. Get me? There's Really an Air. There's certain tunes.
What was the one he did when he was with Mike Bridge and K1? He did something with Squeaks. I think it was a Rick Ross tune.
Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects.
Jeez.
That's
They
what
made
I
that sound
remember.
like it was theirs when that's Rick Ross's tune. You can't do
Yeah.
that. You know the ones
Usual
like.
Suspect. That's the one that Nas was on. Definition of
Yeah,
success.
yeah,
That
that's
was
what I'm saying.
hard. That era of music was different. man.
Hard, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Different
cuz
time.
he's got some like, cause I'm more like in tune with Blacks, but at the same time,
I remember
I
we're
was
from,
Geeks
we're from
fan.
North, so it's a different kind of
It's a-
thing when you paint a picture.
Yeah.
It's like you're rolling through the
but
ends.
at
It's
time,
like, you know what I'm saying?
you can picture what he's
Yeah.
saying, but at the time, I remember I was also a fan of Gigs. So at first, I didn't really like too much of the Gigs, but then after he grew on me,
Yeah.
do you understand? And once it was like, wow.
See, I heard
Guns
it
that
the
can
other
sink
way
a
round.
boat and all that.
I was hearing all that shit. I was hearing Gigs versus Blade, the first thing I heard. So I was hearing all the slowed down,
yeah,
gritty shit.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
Queens-
yeah,
Queensbridge
yeah,
sounding
yeah.
beats.
So he's got that to him as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Even when he
So-
did a track with Cormega and
Oh, shit.
and Havoc
That
on
was
the beats,
crazy.
his flow on that's crazy.
Okay,
I think he hit the similar flow on
It's like a couple years ago.
yeah. He went off on that one. Oh, he's got the Essence, that track, the Essence.
Yeah.
Where he slows it
Yeah,
down.
he
and
done
stuff.
Essence too as well.
He's
He's
got
got
that
two of
back
them,
to him
yeah.
as well.
For me, I'll say Gigs, man, because Gigs is like the errors.
Yeah.
Yeah, the errors, man. He's got it, I think.
No, I can understand it, yeah, but I just remember like when there was arguments, the argument was so big that they had to do a tune. They got a tune together.
What was that tune called again?
Shutdown or something like
Yeah,
that.
I
I think
so.
it is. I think it's called something like that. But like they had to do a tune to like just decide it. And to me, they probably could have done like a better tune, if I'm honest. You know the ones
Yeah.
if you're gonna decide who's the of that time. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But still, it was a big tune of the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
He's got too many slaps though, man. Gigs got
Gigs,
too many
innit?
slaps.
Yeah.
I remember when I heard KMT as well. It's too many slaps.
Yeah.
Because he goes into, you know why? Because he goes into that bag that you're talking about as well.
He's got other tunes in it, like
the slowed down.
he's even got like tunes. What's that with the nail?
Yeah. But that's his
more
mainstream
commercial,
bag.
yeah.
Even look at the shit.
That's like his cat. That's like his
But
cat track.
remember,
Then. That
these
same
man
bag,
might
that
even need 20 tracks because they got so much of it. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
See some of the people's
It's
names.
not fair 20 tracks though.
I know. I'm just saying
Too
that
many.
me had.
What you say? 10
No,
or 5?
no.
So you
I'm
need
saying
like
I'm saying 10 for us.
If
You need
like-
10. You need
But
10
I'm
for them
saying
too
if
because
Yeah, if you like,
it's
if
too
you
much
like
range.
Golden era. Like,
So we saying keep it golden era.
You have to even have this battle.
Okay, so if we keep it golden era because
If-
that's
if-
when
if it
Blacks'
works.
reign of terror was.
Yeah.
You have to keep it from there both.
If
Do
we
you know
don't
what I'm
keep it in
saying?
Golden era, Gigs kills him easily, bro.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
what are we talking about? Yeah, from what? From when?
Just don't even go through the years. Just in them days. Where
From sports comes out till
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because Blacks is on that.
till what?
He's got Business as Usual. He's got Pedal Bike Diary. He's got.
What was the name of that
Certified.
mixtape he did when Dave Knott was recording in Wood Green with K1 and all that? And he was there with
That's on the
Squeaks.
World Records, isn't it? So that's
Yeah,
really
but-
an air. That's really an air.
That's really an air.
Yeah,
the
yeah, that's
one,
really an
yeah,
air.
I think that's the last one I heard.
Yeah, that's really an air.
Good mixtapes, but I'm saying if you had to name, like I said, I said that I picked Max B last, but I said I need more Jim tracks. It's the same situation here. Like I know the mixtapes.
So who's
But-
more tracks do you know?
Gigs.
You know more Gigs tracks
Name wise. Even though
than Blacks?
I've done bare work with Blacks, but I'm saying
Jeez.
I'm saying, would they tracks, it was mixtapes, it was tunes with this guy, tunes with you, tunes with this.
Robbery Season.
But it's tunes
You could name
people.
10 Joe Black tracks.
No, but I'm saying those
easily.
are Joe Black features. That I'm saying Joe Black with people.
There's other Joe Black tunes that you
just
know.
By himself. I've even filmed them, but I can't. I'm saying I
Yeah,
know
probably.
Giggs shoes off my neck, off like I could actually I walk in the park and you know what I'm saying, like all of them tunes you can actually
give me 5 gigs on his own. On his own.
On his own.
No Kaiser, no dubs, no nothing.
Kaiser,
Give me
no
5.
dubs.
Come on, man. You should have said 1 by now already.
I said one. What's that one with the Drake?
Golden Era, as well.
Talking the hardest.
Yeah.
Talking the hardest.
Talking the hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Gigs better pop.
That's
Yeah,
a classic,
Jeez.
Cat dragged in.
Cat dragged in.
Cat dragged in.
Commercialish though.
Nah, that one he went off though.
Look what the cat dragged in. You know what I'm saying? That, like he was trying to like.
Yeah, he was. But
that's not the usual gigs where he was used to them times.
I'm a breast man, but alright, asses.
Yeah, I know. Take on with Streets. What was it called?
Well, that one with Streets was crazy. Streets, the one that charted.
Oh, Streets. Yeah. Slow songs.
Slow songs. Yeah,
the beat's sick.
Yeah. Slow songs was good.
I can't even do the beat, but it's sick and all that, innit?
Mad.
But that's you just said Streets though,
Essence,
and you said the Streets song. You didn't say gigs.
The second one.
Dubs on it though.
No,
the
Essence,
other
the one that he's.
Yeah, he's got Essence 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The Essence one, okay,
The
cool.
Essence one,
yeah. The first one.
I
The
like
second one's
it
good.
when he gets in that bag.
Yeah.
The one with Havoc, his flow on that, I think he used the same flow when he
But
did the
look,
track
that's
with-
Havoc as well. You
the
know
one
the
he-
ones.
not the on the beat, yeah, but I think he used the same
Oh, it's
flow
Havoc
with him.
that made the beat.
Yeah, but he did it with Con Mega. His
Okay.
flow on that is different, and then I think he used the same type of flow with him and Wretch.
Yeah.
Where it's a pocket.
Yeah,
he
Giggs
just
is
he just
mad with the
skips it.
flows, cause Giggs is sick with it, man. That's why he's the landlord. That's why I put them. But I'm just That's why we should keep
Whipping
it going.
Excursion.
It's a good,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It like again, you know what I'm saying? That it's, if you have to go to the underground, and I still probably, and as much as I think Blacks is.
Do you know what it is about Giggs? He makes, for a UK rapper, he makes probably the most club bangers out of all the road UK rappers.
Yeah. Yeah, of course,
He makes
he knows
tunes that
how to
bang
make
and
them.
they slap in the club in a different way.
Yeah, most definitely.
He's probably the second from after you lot to even go to America and have a certain rapport.
And Skepta as well.
But I don't feel like they understand Graham. I feel like they know Skepta.
He's linked up with ASAP, Playboy Carti.
No, that
Kid
tune,
Cudi's on Kid Cudi's album.
The tunes that one done with ASAP is cold as well. But I'm saying when they go to his back catalogue.
Yeah.
I
You mean?
people that I
Yeah.
know, Even that's why I don't
yeah.
think Stormzy's fully broke. Because
I get you.
That tempo.
When we go
is
back
not
to
really,
the old stuff,
Yeah.
it's like
you understand what I'm saying?
it's not rap.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
rap
Yeah.
behind the team.
I don't think they've really
But they still rate it.
they'll rate you. They know you're big in your country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're
I
saying.
know what you mean.
So what are you saying? You lot are saying gigs?
Yeah.
Gigs.
Bigs.
Oh, I feel bad for saying this about gigs and things.
Well, you know what I'm saying? It's the debates that we have, fam. It's not. It's all you know what I'm saying, fam. It's all debates, and there's gonna be people that watch this. It's not just us in the room, you know. There's
And they're gonna go research the tunes we're talking
there's a
about.
nation of people that's gonna like. That's what causes the other debates. Do you get what I'm saying, innit? Like, and this is like the scene that we're creating in this podcast. So yeah, it's nothing,
It's
fam.
even letting the kind of generation know that Gigs and Blacks was at a stage.
No, there was a time,
where
fam.
people used to say Gigs or Blacks.
Yeah.
That was the lyrics,
There
fam.
really
Yeah.
was a time where people was like, "Well, Gigs or Blacks," you know, the ones there, like in the street. So it's good to let the younger generation know that time existed.
Yeah, because there was a time when that verses would have made the most sense if them things was around.
Yeah.
Now it might seem like, the landlord and Blacks doesn't really do as much music, so it seems like it.
That's
You
what I
understand?
mean. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But yeah, alright, cool. You lots at home, you know what to do. Who, me?
Yeah.
I'd just be one of them people that enjoy it. I don't think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'd know, like I said, Max B. With the Max B and Jim Jones, Max B, I know every track you're going to do. Jim Jones, I have to pick the tunes for you. So if you do the wrong one, then you lose. Like, badly. Do you understand? But if you do the correct tunes, great.
You're
you know
right.
the ones.
Yeah.
And it's the same with Blacks and Gigs. Like, whatever they do, I don't think I'm going to say, oh yeah, they're going to be both sick.
Yeah.
So that's how it is with me. It'd be a draw. But you're saying, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's move on from that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Innit? Like, you lots at home do the necessaries and like, let's get this algorithm thing going. You get me? So like, what are we going to move on to now, Jay?
Most the biggest feature or something.
Okay. So what would you say? Yeah, we're going to do two of them. What would you say is your biggest collaboration?
Biggest in what way? How would you?
Like however you feel is the biggest.
One of them most like you biggest to your personal.
Yeah.
And then one of them just like biggest in terms of.
Biggest song, I would say for me, "You're in the Army Now" with Juelz is my favourite song.
Most
like,
powerful.
As as, like, most
Is
powerful.
the footage is that out or
No, it's
like
just a song.
The audio.
There's no visuals.
But
But
the audio.
that
That's
one
most
for me
powerful,
is
yeah.
like my favourite record.
Is the audio out so I can put
collaboration.
the-
You're in the Army Now.
What's that called again?
You're in the Army Now.
Okay.
featuring
Yeah, You're in the
Juelz.
Army.
Yeah, and then the biggest profile wise, it would have to be with Nicki
Yeah.
because she's
What's that called?
icon.
Dungeon Party.
Yeah.
Dungeon Party.
With
Icon.
Nicki Minaj. No,
Okay.
I'm saying she's an icon. So she's gone in it. Like,
I'm just bugging. Man.
If it's Dungeon Party.
that'd be some mad title, boy. Man must have
that a
smoked
rapper? Is that a
man must have
singer?
smoked a crossbreed as the Tiva and
Madman thing and that, innit? Cool. We'll put the links to in the description, innit?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it kind of ties in, innit? It could be one of these two that we just said. What would be your most known track? You know, the track that everyone says to you, like, yo, fam. You know, like the people that ain't seen you or didn't even know you went to America. You know what I'm saying? Innit? Or
be a do it fine or like on the roads, innit?
Few Soul London as well.
Yeah.
We've got a few.
Got a few.
Got a few. It'll be Cheerio, On Them Roads, Soul London, or one of the Dipset ones. Which Dipset one would you think it would be?
So Free would
So
be out
Free
there
as well.
because that's
That's
on
up
Diplomatic Community 2
Yeah.
album.
what about Flight School, man? I always
Flight
remember
School's a
that.
freestyle. That's a
But people
Kanye
like
West
that.
and
Always
T-Pain.
remember that.
Our cult
Yeah.
love that. Yeah.
I always
Yeah,
remember
Flight
that.
School's a hard
Yeah,
one.
yeah, Flight
still.
School's a
I
hard
think it's maybe it's the beat as well. You know
Yeah,
them ones.
yeah,
It's always
it's hard. That one's hard.
Yeah, so we've got a few. Depends. People hear us in different ways.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
Depends
put
where
up
they
a
are.
few links in it, so obviously the people can keep in
We
tune.
built the city as well. But that's
We
your
built
gang.
this city,
That's all
in it. I remember that.
Yeah.
All right,
So you're kind of getting back.
Yeah, that's all of us. Yeah.
With the new kind of.
Yeah.
Sway was in it in time. Sway in it at one point.
No, that's something else. That's Baby Blue's track. They know or something.
Sometimes or
I
something,
can't
innit?
remember.
Yeah.
Not sometimes. That's her other song. There's a song where you lots are all in it, innit?
Yeah.
Biggs and that as well, innit?
Yeah,
Like,
Carla, Some Sin as well. I can't remember what that song.
one of the tracks hard as well. I remember.
Yeah.
I put that on the Instagram page. You lots go and add that up and stuff, and show some love and that.
Yeah,
innit?
we got a few joints over the years.
Yeah.
Mm.
New shit soon land though. Cheers.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed your time out?
Yeah, I have. It's been nice to watch the game as a spectator.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I like that. Like I like. I don't know. I'll at this point now. I've seen it like both ways.
Yeah.
I would like to be more subculture-ish, more niche-ish,
Yeah.
where I could pop out and then to my core fans,
That
they
wait for
know
you, innit?
exactly
Yeah.
know what's going on,
Yeah.
and the rest of the casual fans can carry on just not know what's going on. So I can just function like a regular person in society.
Yeah, just come back when you're ready. Yeah. And the
For
people
real, it's
just,
not worth
You
it.
understood core
It's not
fans,
worth it.
yeah,
Like, all
yeah,
that, and it doesn't. It's not gonna last
No.
forever
Extra.
anyway. Just extra that.
You've
So,
enjoyed that side as
yeah,
well.
yeah. So I'd like to run around, have my cult fans that think I'm the shit, and then
And
not
it's
really
good
care
because you
what the
know
rest
who
of them-
generally fucks with you.
Yeah.
When you're like,
What the
when
rest
you're
of
not,
them.
when you're not like popping like you was or whatever, you actually see who's who.
And plus, you're not slave to it.
Yeah.
You're not going to get cancelled and all that because you
Yeah.
create your infrastructure.
You just say what
or
you just-
say what
yeah,
you want to do,
free,
do what you want to
like,
do.
do you know what I
put
mean?
yourself in a certain in a certain place.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're all there,
Trying to get everyone.
they want to
Like-
shut you down in a second.
Yeah.
They'll shut you down. You
Yeah,
see what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, yeah, self-sufficient and
You lot have never done like, it's good, you're always on the same page, it seems like. You're almost
Yeah.
like twins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Like,
it.
a year apart, but you
Yeah.
know, if you both stop, you both stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
no. He's the battery though, because I probably would have been out already.
I dropped a little EP, a little solo one, like about 2 years ago.
Yeah, he had the
Because
love
I
for
was
me.
just like, yeah, just not because I wanted to ever go solo, but I was just like, yo, I got frustrated, man. I was like, we just put some shit out. And he won't come in the studio. I was like, yo, fuck this, is going out, mate. So I just plug it. I had a daughter, you know what I'm saying? So I had a different perspective. I wanted to talk, and it's good because that shit kind of wrote itself. It was like more like a journal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of what's
Like
been happening
retrospective.
kind of thing. Yeah.
And then
And then-
for sorry, cut you off.
Yeah, it's
but
fine.
for me, it was like I don't know. I just at the time it was better. We didn't because over the last 6 years we haven't put out no music. Yeah, our story now in the UK has got out so much more within that last 6 years.
Yeah, time to marinate
the whole time.
Yeah,
that
I feel like they're gonna hear
they
our
appreciated
music,
us more now. Like now, man, it's like now when we see man hold my hand and be like, bro, you got something coming out soon, right? Like, yeah, you got something. They're not let go of my hand. You get me?
Pressure.
I like that.
They did appreciate you them times.
Yeah,
That's what I said to you. Like it was part of it was not that they didn't appreciate it. He did, but it was part of them that couldn't be happy for you.
Yeah.
So it's like,
It's like,
it's ain't that old man.
No, it's not that we couldn't be happy. We're not happy for anyone. We're happy for our flat. Everyone's happy for their ends. What are you talking about? And then like, what's worse is like you lots are talking about America. So it's like, safe.
I can't relate to that.
Safe, man. Whatever, man. Like that's like out of our vision right now. Let's conquer UK. Safe, man. But if you do well, then yeah.
You know, when we were younger,
Exactly.
we never we never took them pop tunes like seriously like that. You see,
No.
if you're in the car or something and you're listening to Smooth FM, you're singing that song and you like that song. It's not like
because you've grown up in it and you realise where it's nostalgic.
That's
it kind of takes you back to you being in your
gives you that feeling.
parents' car listening to the radio.
But I like the way it is now. I like when I come outside, when man generally happy to see man. And man will chat to man, stop and talk to man. Like they know man. For years, it's almost like talking to brethren rather than
it's laid off the pretentious shit or the fake.
We kind of touched on it before. You see, when the artist keeps on going, but it's not with the light on them or where everyone gets to
goes under the radar.
Then after I see all of that music that you're keep on going. Some of it is the music that's seen like like how I look at Snoop when he went to No Limit.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Keep them albums to that side and let's just keep Doggy Style. Like the stuff with Dre. That's how it looks like. Prodigy. He's done that, and then after when he's doing all of these other albums, it's like
I know exactly what you mean. See the problem now we've gone away for so long. See when we come back,
we've only got the other shit.
We've been living.
Yeah, we've only got the other stuff.
We've been living.
And
so
now
see now, hearing the old stuff is just like it's like looking at our former selves. We've evolved, and now this is on steroids.
100%.
You see what I'm saying? It's completely
and then the thing is, the energy is this new energy. It's not like you see when you hear old man that used to do it, and you hear their new shit. It's still good, but it's like they're on the same tip. Like this is revamped. This is this is souped up like 2002. You know when they do a remake of a movie, but it's better than the first one.
Yeah. So we've evolved differently. To the point we hear all the flaws and all the old stuff like, got away with that.
The mistakes you hear, the mistakes man hear, no one else cares about, but you hear it because you know yourself.
Now it's different. And then we had a chance to live, so it's whole new experiences and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? And then now it's about here. Man's not like we made a conscious decision not to be in America.
Trying to cater, to explain stuff or break it down. It's like
because man been there, done that. Now it's
I can say to you, people even know the truth about America. Like we've got internet now. So it's like it's not the smoke screens.
It's true. It's made the world way smaller.
Way smaller. But, so now people appreciate you lot's time because that time can't be real. That's why Kanye's coming out with the. He knows how important that footage is. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you lot still get your
moment for that time,
because no one can replace the time that you have. That's one thing, that's one thing you're going to always have.
And you don't have to really go back and speak on it. You can just crack on and do your thing. Because the backlog's there. You can do the research.
It's still hold weight. There's certain things that don't hold weight. You can't, because everyone's so in a big bucket now. You lot will still stand out because it's from a time where it wasn't.
It's true. It's true.
That's what you got the advantage.
100.
So, cuz, alright, who would you say was your top 5 golden era UK? And then we can probably go on to top 5 now.
So from 04 you're saying?
Yeah, like the times when it was like, you know what I'm
formulation
saying? Their golden era. You know, like
top 5. That's when road rap formulated. 04.
Yeah.
PDC.
Yeah. Mashtown,
SMS. Mashtown come out 04.
They're like they was doing stuff in 04, 05. But their thing come out 05. LORD came out in 05.
05.
Same thing. And we all did the same CD cover. The black one with
North
white
Star
writing.
was out at the time.
North Star,
And who else was that?
There was either little
MD7.
No, I'm talking about road rap. I'm talking about road rap.
24 considered? Is it road?
He was on Channel U, but he was still doing hard thing.
He kind of was a road rapper still.
But he wasn't it? He did Precious. Precious talking about weed.
Kalashnikov and that.
That's not road rap.
But that was before.
Okay.
Get me? We knew about it, but when I'm talking about us in the flats,
Gigs came what year? 06?
Yeah, thinking.
I remember seeing Gigs
I think
on
he was in jail at the
on a DVD.
I think he was in jail at the time, yeah, and they were shooting at the DVD.
Real shine time and all that, and man, back out the.
I think OTB were first. They was rapping from them ends.
It was Colours and
Buck and
Colours and someone else, man. Colours and Stink.
Yeah,
Colours and someone else, man.
I remember that DVD. Yeah, from that era, more or less the people that formulated road rap at the time.
Is there any particular?
Because it was.
You said groups. Everyone you mentioned was groups.
Yeah, it's all groups. Yeah. As far as artists go, I don't know. The same kind of man that kind of stood the test of time since back then. So Coke, Blade.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Blade since he was Defender LOS.
Yeah.
Corey Johnson and that.
Yeah. Since back then. Blade was nice from back then. Even.
Yeah.
So Blade, Coke, Gigs. What should you say?
Back then, DVS was popping.
DV was nice back then as well.
Yeah.
DV was nice back then.
Well, is Biggs them kind of that period?
Yeah, he was there, man.
Oh, we're talking about them as well. No, Biggs come after like 05, 06. 05 Biggs is that.
I'm saying like
Yeah.
You still can.
Oh no, bro, I'm going back. Listen,
Villains.
for starters, yeah, Villain's the first person that said road rap. Period. He coined that term.
Facts.
He coined that term. So when man was doing the Euro gang thing and formulated and all that, road music, road rap,
he
road
had
rap,
a slang.
man
He had a slang.
started
He had
all
his
that.
own slang.
Yeah.
If man can find it on a CD
Doozy.
earlier than
He used to say doozy.
yeah, doozy. If man can find it earlier than CD than 05, he coined that term in England, so he needs his homage or whatever.
But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's good to actually say what you know.
He thought he was.
We end up saying the same things that we think everyone.
No, but listen,
Yeah.
if Villain would have come out properly, done videos or whatever, he would have been the nicest road rapper out, bro. He
Yeah.
was talking
Period.
smack.
Yeah.
It
Cinematic.
was different.
Peruvian and
With
all
me
that.
and
He's
him-
saying certain things.
With me and
and
him,
all
we was
that.
already running around, man, seeing us on billboards, films and all that. So, but he was fresh out of the trap. You see what I'm saying? So. Yeah,
Grease.
bro. He's talking about cooking.
That's one of
cooking
his
grease
words.
in the microwave. You know
That's
what
one
I'm
of
saying?
his
So,
words.
yeah, I think he had that shit.
That's one of his slangs, isn't it?
I like Villain, Blade.
Gigs.
Coke was nice. Gigs.
Coke.
One more. At the
DVS.
time. You think
Them
DVS?
five,
Yeah.
them five, yeah. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about now? Because you had time to sit back.
The last the test of time. I still like Blade. I think Blade's up there.
Yeah, well, they're still active now, so
Coke.
Coke.
still the same, innit?
Gigs as well.
Okay.
Then you got to add two
Potter's
more.
doing his thing around.
Potter's in
now.
there. Potter's
yeah.
in there for sure. And then one more. Who
Nines
else?
has got to be.
Yeah, probably Nines. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a five.
That's solid.
That's a solid 5.
Alright, so cuz, see, out of all the artists, which ones do you think, yeah, could have transitioned in the US?
From over here,
Yeah.
a few, I think.
You lots actually went and did it.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of man that was doing it then that was just too far to even think of. Like, we talking about
I
America.
think Blade
like-
could. D-Block Europe could. Easy. Skepta already more or less has in his way. He's even found his own.
I think Dave has in a niche kind of way.
Dave could.
Yeah.
The drill now we're talking
No,
drill.
it's drill,
man.
innit? Yeah, nah.
Diggy can through
Diggy can
drill.
through
Heady
drill,
can
they got
through
the drill
drill.
thingy, yeah.
They
Who
kind
else-
of already
who else
on
can
the
through
path
drill?
to doing that, innit?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think that because there were artists that like fit into the style of America a bit more. Not saying that.
D-Block Europe, I think, the most.
D-Block Europe, yeah, but
In that sense, they kinda-
they had D-Block behind them, and even when they was rapping different ways.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not like they started like that.
Yeah.
They kind of found.
They
you know what I mean?
found
Like
their
we was
own
talking about
pocket.
Jimmy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it was another
yeah, process.
season. But when you think about like, there's certain sounds of certain rappers. I always thought Propane would have been.
Yeah. The ad libs and stuff and the flows and stuff, innit?
Ad-libs and all that. But and then there's people that if Dubs. I thought
Dubs
was-
would have done well.
That's
in
what I
America.
thought would have done.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah, he's
Just
hard.
got to stand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Swear.
how can I forget as well? Nah, Pac-Man as well. I've gone
Pac-Man,
mad.
yeah.
For him, that because see, when you're close to home, you should be now.
I was
See,
gonna
we
say
said that.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say that in, but yeah.
Pac,
That's what we
100%.
tend to do. We kind of like
Yeah.
not dismiss people, but we just think that, oh yeah, my mate. But really, that's
Yeah.
so and so to
Yeah.
everyone else.
Yeah.
But to you, it's like my brethren that are going right. But you know the ones.
Now he's in there with the blades and coats
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
he's only got better over the years as well.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, most
Yeah,
definitely.
but yeah, them man, yeah, they could have done well. Everyone in Eurogang could have done well. That's what that's what we wanted to do, basically.
Definitely.
That's why we had the Billy's from Northwest, so he represented like Northwest, Westish. Hayes is from South, Biggs was from more or less originally Lordship, then we down to Manor House at East, North side of East. Do you see what I'm saying?
It kind of just looked like you got brought them in, innit? That's what it looked like. We see you lot go there first.
Who's that?
Then-
And then that's what we're trying to do.
We saw them not, do you know what I'm saying?
That's what we're trying to do. We want to shoot Build the City in New York with Jordan Tower and all that. We're trying to get everyone there at the same time. Even Cam was like, who said this and that? Oh, these men are nice and all that. You get me? Biggs come over there, Louis that with Zaza and King.
Yeah.
And them man was spitting Built the City lyrics back to them and all that, and Jaws the studio and all that thing. So yeah, we were just trying to bring man in, bro, man. We were trying to bring the city in and make the city look good.
Yeah.
And I don't think London realised what we had gone through even prior to all of that.
Yeah.
Their representation of what we are through us is everything that man would want them to look at, man. Like fly, sophisticated gangster. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Charming around the women, whatnot. See what I mean? So we was good representations when we was over there. We didn't let man take the piss in any form, shape or fashion either.
You kept some good relationships. Obviously, I know you have, but like, who you kept good relationships with?
What over there?
Yeah.
We're still cool with Nori.
Very good.
JR as well. Made a bunch of new relationships, a few rappers over there. Mr. Fabs, well, that's family from the Bay Area. Rock Marciano as well. Done a couple of joints with him. We're cool with Action Bronson. Meg was just with Freddie Gibbs a couple of weeks ago. So, because what ended up happening, man started coming over here when we was based over here, and then they start holding us when they're coming over here. Like, oh, where them man at? You see what I'm saying? So, we linked up with them like that.
Alright, well, cuz, you know what, yeah, before we kind of wrap it up, because I feel like this has been like an epic one. This is one of them sick ones for the ages. Like, you can all play this in all 5 to 10 years, and this information is still, you like have to do a part 2 to like add on to, because you get me? But we'll kind of like leave it with what's new, what's next. Because that's what we was talking about off camera, like the new music's coming.
Okay, we just did a project
called Purple Hearts. That's gonna drop soon, and that's
done.
How many tracks is that? Like,
I think 11,
12.
Is it 12 or 11? I think it's 11.
Hold on.
This man even talk like twins, you know.
It sounded sick though. I'm not gonna lie. It sounded bad. New energy.
Original beats and stuff.
All original. Yeah, 11 tracks.
11.
Who's the producers? Like
Different ones. Yeah.
Different
See,
ones
now
and
we had
stuff.
6 years, so we weren't dormant 6 years. We
was cooking up. We just weren't putting anything out.
And living as well. You got to take that living space.
Yeah.
You need something to rap about, innit?
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. So it's just the way we rap about stuff now. Now we could just be talking about being in a room and the way man visualize. It's not like, listen to me, I'm sick. Listen to my punchlines. No, it's not that.
It's like
the punchlines to do the scenery and all that brings it out.
That's what it's
It makes it cinematic, like more on that tip now.
Yeah, well, that's what we're kind of expecting from you. See that track you was talking about that you lost with Coconut?
Yeah.
What's that track called?
Oh, that's on his album.
Originals.
The original.
Yeah.
See, when I saw the title, look, I'm gonna go and check it out after. I'll probably put that's out as well, innit?
Yeah, that's out.
You've done a video to that, innit?
No, we didn't do a video.
But it's out, innit? Like the
Yeah,
audio.
big up Coke, man.
Yeah, big up
for him, like, see, when I saw that track, I thought, wow, that's like Golden Era.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm
That's
saying?
what he did.
That's a Golden Era track. That's him just saying, you know what, I want these guys. You know, like I want the people that represented that time, and we're just gonna go hard bars.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah, that one I was rating that one fully. You get me?
Yeah, he just shouted us.
I was rating that
Big
one
up the rest
fully.
of the men as well. Judge on Mike UFC as well.
Yeah. So I'm saying that's like a battle. You got a battle. A friendly, competitive, like how it was back in the days, isn't it? Like you do your tune and everyone's talking about it, but then hey, watch this, bang, my tune comes out, and then someone else, you know them ones. We only had a certain amount of people, so we was gonna hear a DVS or a Page. Do you get what I'm saying? Then we might hear a Blacks, or we might. Do you understand? Like everyone has periods, so yeah, that competitive edge always is good to have around the music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
different
saying?
styles. Yeah.
So when do you say this?
Because Colt was the only other guy that did the situation with The Rock as well from the UK. And then Villains more or less from the other side of Stonebridge from him. So that would just come to it. And then one of my right hand at the time was cellmates with one of his close brethren. So it kind of made sense.
Made sense and stuff, innit? So when's that? You see the Purple Hearts. When's that gonna be dropping? Have you got a date for that?
I think probably late May.
Yeah. About
Okay.
late May.
Late May, yeah.
Yeah,
So
done.
people at home have got
Covers
something to
done,
look
everything.
forward to.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's mad.
No more games. So then man will now understand like how we're coming to
Yeah.
a certain degree. And then from then on, floodgates are open.
Okay. Got any collabos on that?
Yeah, we got a couple still.
Yeah.
Few.
Say any names or just like
Nah,
just
Yeah,
leave it
man,
in suspense?
yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
People, you know what I'm saying, something to look forward
That's what I
to.
said, the connection.
Yeah, man. It's cool, man. It's
It's like
good,
calling
man.
the twins. you know
They
what I
told
mean?
us enough anyway, fam. Though, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You can keep sight, man.
Yeah.
Well, anything else coming?
Way more shit than that.
Yeah,
so
way more shit. That's just the beginning.
the-
That's just to
that's
like
just
show
taste
people
of-
the levels. Then it's like,
It's
you
the
know, one
entree.
slap leads to another, open hand, bah, elbow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Bare combos and that.
Yeah, of course, man. Man done it before, man. Can do
Yeah.
it again, fam. That's what.
Yeah,
this
we're
team's
gonna do it
about.
different as well. We're gonna do it different this time around.
Well, definitely, cause
Yeah.
I'll be looking forward to seeing that stuff.
Come on, love, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us, bro.
Yeah, I feel like this was like a proper. I say that on everyone though. I'm not gonna lie, I say it like it was a sick one, but this was a proper sick one. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I say every time, it's your boy HUN Tizzy. This is the Golden Era UK Rap Podcast with.
Mega and Mayhem.
Street Source salute more than what you call a group.
Oi oi!
That's what I'm saying. Big up into
Runway!
Man is full of burning rage. I'll make the younger be the star, no burning cake. You get rolled on, and they ain't spraying links. I'm trying to make a drink, and I don't mean lemonade. I'm talking about the payment for the phone call that I just made. For the bitter slate movements every.
You know everyone's got a motive, fam. All after the prize. Reality check, one thing to remember. Actually, everybody's got an agenda. Some won't believe in your passion, some want you to pattern. Some won't be happy if it happens. Reality check, one thing to remember. Actually, everybody's got an agenda. Some won't believe in your passion, some want you to pattern. Some won't be happy if it happens.